Hello, 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 and welcome to Q&A Thursday. And what's this? We have a guest in our midst. A guest named Eric.
Wow.
Here for the third time.
Third time.
Maybe fourth.
You may have seen him on the podcast before.
First time in the new room, though.
There are new people joining the Q&A every single time we do this, so I just want to make sure y'all know. Eric here from GTECHNIQ North America. And guys, housekeeping. Why don't we just get everything rolling?
Well,
let's talk.
Yeah.
Colder than hell sale is going on right now.
Hail.
Yeah.
Colder than hail sale.
Colder than halt sale
like
is going on right now. And 20% off all the Ultraline products and a couple other items.
Wow, it's even pulled up here on our website.
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
So going on till the 31st, you guys can go down there, pick up some stuff. Maybe you want to try the clay bar. Maybe you want to try the clay towel. Maybe you've been wanting to try
well, we also put together some
GTECHNIQ
wash kits is what we did. And so we put together some O&R kits that are kind of just basically ready to go. You pull them out, you get to cleaning, and so we realize that it is cold outside and it is sometimes unideal for a
nothing
full
like a
soap and
hot
water
bucket
wash.
of O&R.
There's nothing like a hot bucket of O&R. Dip your hands in that, grab a wet minx perhaps,
Sometimes
right?
I like to just clean my,
grab a
wash
wet
my
eagle
face with it. And
rub
better
it in the dry.
Sometimes I just take a shower out of it. It's like a hobo shower.
Bam, 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 a little splash.
Yeah,
in there. So
in the mic and everything.
basically, we built those kits out, and then it's a good time to pick up the Ultra Black Sponge if you haven't picked one up yet. I want to say they're around $15 with a 20% discount, so it's pretty killer. As well as the Ultra Clay Towel and then the Ultra Clay Bar there. So you kind of have a pre-made kit ready to go. 2 pre-made kits ready to go for claying, as well as the Ultra Black Sponge. So I would pick it up, man. I mean, if you guys haven't given it a shot yet, now would be a good time.
The big kit actually comes with eagles, some big ones, and what's the other towel?
Levi, I'm sorry, I just yawned. But what is the? I just said how it is, right?
That's how we do
What is the big one?
The big one is our redesign of a big one. Now the big one was a Chinese 70-30 waffle weave. That we developed quite a while ago.
A long time ago.
Really big towel.
Different than our Drymere River.
Right. Much different than our Drymere River, but we wanted to go really big, but then do a 70-30 with it.
Hence the name.
And so it's technically the largest towel I think you can buy from the rag company.
Yeah.
But
it's big, man.
Very absorbent. For those of you that like the waffle weave for drying, but wanted something maybe a little, doesn't break the bank.
Sure.
You know, it's part of the,
it's a good
but
value.
big. You know, most amount of towel you could get for the money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the big one is. So, great towel, nice, and this new redesign with the new waffle pattern. It's a sweet towel.
It's good looking too.
Most
and so
importantly,
I think
it works.
I want to say they're getting like 2 of those towels in that
You
kit.
get 2 of them.
I think it's 2. Pretty crazy. So
you could cover your Honda Civic with them both. I think
literally, you like just take both of the towels.
Doubles
cover it.
as a
you
car
could just
cover.
not even use them for your car. You could use them as a bath towel.
Yeah.
Get out, dry yourself off. You know, hang them.
Sure, why not?
They're not. They're not a super colorful. So
No,
your
they're
wife
like a
might
nice
be mad
gray,
if you
but-
put them in your, as a bath towel because it maybe not match the decor.
They might try and collect them all,
yeah,
colors-wise.
but they are great whether you're going to use them as a bath towel or actually to dry your car.
But not as big as the Eagle blanket.
Not as big as the Eagle blanket. That's
nothing is as big as the Eagle
pretty
blanket.
much the biggest thing we've made.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing we've made. And
That was a monstrosity.
I believe I don't think there's any of those in existence anymore.
I don't think so anymore.
I witnessed Joe Wetzel himself wrapped in one.
Ooh.
That's impressive.
Ooh.
Did he bring it with him? Was it for the plane? Or?
No. It was found in a secure location in Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay, well, hopefully he still had all of his clothes on.
He did.
Okay, that's good.
Yep, we made sure.
Let's hope.
Yep. Not something that you want to wear.
Well, all right. So
Sure
I threw
is
up on the
hot.
screen a second ago.
This
Alex
Eagle
Dewar
blanket.
here, very own Alex here, saying, "Happy Friday Eve, TRC fam. Hope you're all doing well. Have a wonderful weekend."
Oh, thank you, Alex.
We
We
always look
appreciate
forward
What
to
a nice
hearing
guy.
from. And he's always got that gauntlet, on
well,
the
he parks
ground
his
under his car.
on the
Yes.
He does some camera trickery.
Yeah,
So
it's some forced
that way
perspective.
it looks like he's driving on the
Yeah.
gauntlet.
All right, so why don't we get into the questions? Unless
All
there's
right,
anything
no,
else
let's start
you guys
rocking.
wanna
So, Detailed
add?
Dudes, just saying, what up, guys? Nice to be here again. Q&A Thursday has become my ritual for a couple months now. So, I've got a question. What? And that's it. So, all right. Oh, no, next question. What is your guys' take on washing a car with APC prior to applying a coating? Wash, decon, clay, polish, of course, made before. I just used a prep solution, but I've seen people with APC.
Well, I'm going to pass this over to Eric, right? Because there's this thing called, it's a citrus all-purpose cleaner is what this thing is.
Do it to it.
Can that be used before coating a car? Can you use citrus wash with that citrus all-purpose cleaner before coating a car? What do you like to do? You like to APC? Do you like to remove iron deposits? What are the options?
So we have W4 citrus foam, right? So W4 for wash 4. We have W5 citrus all-purpose cleaner, and we have W6 our iron remover, right? So any and all of them can be used separately or in your prep process. And I even go one step further. It's been coined the concoction, where I'll mix a little bit of all three in my foam cannon for my actual maintenance washes.
Okay.
And it does a really good job of going in there and just getting that grime or that film layer off the coating. But for prep, W5 straight would be wonderful.
When you mix all of that together, right, I'm assuming there's some type of fog developing out of this,
This
let's just
concoction?
say- yeah, this
It's a witch's
cauldron,
brew.
right?
Yeah.
Like a witch's brew, very similar to rags to riches.
yes.
So is there tentacles flopping out of this cauldron, or like
goodness.
what's
Well,
going on?
It really depends on the car that you're spraying it on, right?
Oh,
so usually the
Brand
Mopar
based or
well,
model based? Or?
the Mopars get the tentacles.
Okay.
But
that makes a lot more sense now.
That's why you
We
were
don't
saying
talk about
tentacles.
those, so.
Okay, yeah.
You don't mess with the Mopars.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you mix up this concoction, and then you could use that all at one time to essentially decon a vehicle with everything you'd want to do, right?
No. And I haven't had a problem with it yet.
Wow. Okay. So I guess to better answer his question, yes, you can absolutely use an all-purpose cleaner if you'd like to. But I think that if you're already planning on using an iron remover is going to do a ton for you. An all-purpose cleaner may do a little bit more for you. It just kind of depends
On what's there.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're working with.
So my own thing that I always used to do is if a car was coming in for coating, the very first thing I did, and this just goes back to the old school detailer trick, I always had a big, huge upright sprayer similar to an IK sprayer full of all-purpose cleaner.
Yeah.
Because in the detail shops, you get a car, you just hit the inner fender wells, the tires, the lower half of the body. You'd spray all that in the front to take care of the bugs and all that while it's sitting there trying to race stuff or clean stuff off before you click on your pressure washer. And so my normal procedure is if, we're going to do a car and we're going to coat it, I'm just soaking the whole car in that APC, whatever APC I was using.
Yeah.
But it was diluted 4-to-1 or 6-to-1. And I would soak that and let it sit for a bit to break up a lot of just whatever was on there, especially if I don't know the history. And like my wife's Camry, when I bought that was the very first thing I did. That car had come from Utah, had been sitting on a dealer's lot for a while. So I just soaked it in degreaser first, then soaked it in acid, then did an iron remover, and I just stripped that paint till there was nothing left.
Yeah.
Then polished it, then coated it. So really, it's not a new thing,
No.
but it's kind of a normal situation for a lot of detailers that are doing dealer work or any of that kind of stuff. But getting into this coating business for a lot of folks, they've never seen that. They didn't realize
That it was there.
that you could do that.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't know.
So,
Well, speaking of not knowing, I didn't know Sun Kang was hanging out in our
What?
comments. So, hello.
holy cow,
Mr.
what's up, dude?
Mr. Kang
That's
himself.
pretty rad. So, go ahead. Read it off.
All right, what's up, bros? Are any of the chemicals harmful to dogs?
Great question.
Well, that's a good question because we're always out there. Like I'm out there washing. I got my corgi walking around. Anthony, you're
two
out there
beautiful
washing.
golden retriever,
Your-
two
your
show
golden
dogs
boys.
that just
Yeah.
like to stand there like
I got a
beautiful.
Great Pyrenees. I got to look out if she catches anything. It
That's
goes
right.
everywhere.
Yeah, so
And then
we-
there's just my pit bull who'll just,
Yeah.
he's fine.
Sometimes they like to drink.
Well,
yeah,
we got Cooper the shop dog
licking
here,
up a little
too.
bit
Yeah.
of soap is
Little
never,
schnauzer.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Dog will be okay. But what do you think, though, Eric?
So being a boutique line, right,
Yeah.
who really
Yeah.
caters to the professionals, outside of G Wash, I would stay away from it, right, for sure. But there's been an ongoing story of our owner Robert, who's developed a lot of this. He's actually uses G Wash to shampoo his dog,
Hey,
which is pretty cool.
yeah.
But
Any
you know,
pictures of that? I'd like to see a foamed dog.
We could
perhaps,
probably do that.
right?
you should start
Rob
doing
washing
that.
a dog. Yeah.
yes, Rob washing the dog for sure. But I would keep everything else away.
Well, the dogs
Save-
don't need an iron remover.
No.
Yeah.
Certainly hope not.
Safer than sorry. And if you follow Sung, you know he is a huge fan of his dog.
Yeah.
And his dogs. So that's probably where the question came from.
We don't deserve dogs. We don't
That's
deserve.
right.
As humans, we do not deserve them. They're too good. Even though Levi doesn't let his sleep on the bed with him.
No.
Monster.
Well, he's got little legs. I have to pick him up. And I'm not
pick him up every single
doesn't need
time.
to be picked up.
Right?
He's got a new bed that he loves more than life itself.
Yeah, they make
They make ramps.
They make ramps
True.
apparently, right? You know, I bought a
There was that
king-size
random
bed
voice
for
again.
my dogs.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason me and Katie upgraded. We went from a queen to a king because we
your
needed room for
dogs
the
are
dogs.
as big as you.
They are human-sized dogs.
Yeah, my dog is short, compact, and lowered the way I like my lifestyle.
Yeah, just
right?
more aerodynamic.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
So,
I like that.
But I need to have freedom when I sleep. I need to be able to move my legs. I already have a 20-pound cat. When he lays on our
dog-sized
bed,
cat.
It's true.
It is a dog-sized cat. His name's Sherlock, and when he lays on there, it's not fun having a couple phone books sitting on the bed,
sure.
and you get your legs stuck, can't move them. Freaks
Lose
me
circulation,
out. So
the whole thing.
it's more of it's like how you don't like crumbs in the bed, similar to myself. We don't abide that. I just can't abide.
Really quick.
Something heavy in the bed.
I'm sure son just dropped in to say a quick comment really quick. But just in the moment, right? I'm gonna go pull another prop. I got.
You got another
what?
prop?
I got a
You got more props?
Right on the front, we got the Maverick sitting there out front. So
oh man,
it just shows. But Anthony is true, and he's
the import guy here.
He's the import guy here.
Completely.
He's also, we're all big fans of Fast and Furious, but he is quite possibly a super fan.
he has all the models basically.
Well, and last year at SEMA, we had the Lambo in our booth.
yeah.
So
from Fast 8.
that was a lot of fun to have. So
No,
it's
it was.
one of those things that goes there. Oh,
Uh-oh.
All
He's
right,
bringing
here we go.
he's bringing them all out.
Oh,
Right,
he's
so-
got him.
I didn't bring them all. I didn't bring the Evo.
He brought the very relevant one.
I'm sorry, it's very dusty.
There we go.
I'm sorry,
There we go.
I should have detailed.
it's all right. I got
Veilside
a detail
FD,
factory
yes.
brush right here. Just give it a little.
That's
Give it a
fine.
little wash.
Just
Little
dry,
dust.
just dry dust that all the
People
scratches
get
and
a
swirls
free
into
demo
It's
of
all
the
right, we
Detail
got it.
Factory brushes. There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Check that out.
Very nice.
And
Oh,
if we had an
delightful.
Eaglet, right, we could use the
If we
quick
had an
detailer
Eaglet,
right on it.
Yeah,
You
we
know
could've
what's
used
funny?
some quick
Proportionally,
detail on
the
there.
Eaglet is the same size to that car that the Eagle blanket would be to a full-size car.
Exactly.
Oh, very nice.
Just
Some
give that a
fun-
quick, give
fun
that a
little
quick
thing to
arm
think
wipe
about.
down, spray a little quick detail
And
on
that
that.
is the size of, I don't know, a giant alien
Don't
ship
spray it into
walking
the
out the
interior though,
sun.
because it's not an interior
I'm
cleaner.
gonna spray it on the towel.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Off camera here.
Anyway, yeah. So we always like to set the vibes, but
Detail
The vibe
anyway,
is set.
podcast Q&A.
So
This
back
is how
to
they go.
back to the whole dog
Yeah.
situation, large cat situation. Kind of is what it is,
So
but
you can wash. Technically, you could wash your dog with G-Wash. That's how safe it is. It's a pH balance.
yeah.
So
It is good to know.
But like any other chemical, we like to keep our furry friends away from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so
Moving on.
I'm gonna pass through these. I got bomb details saying I'm ready,
very nice.
followed by Sean here, who wants to know a little bit about CSL.
Yeah, we know a little bit about that product.
All right,
So
tell
Sean
us.
asking, cure time of CSL in cold climates. I know the website says for the vehicle to remain indoors for 12 hours after application. Is there any issue releasing the vehicle outside into sub-zero temperatures?
So I'm assuming this is after the 12 hours recommended cure. I would go with no, but as always, if you're nervous, you're worried, you're concerned, C2V3 is your sacrificial layer. It can go right on top of that coating before you send it back to its home, and you will be good to go and have a little bit of peace.
Yeah.
Peace
So
of mind is
that's
good.
just a good rule of thumb.
Sure.
Because you can never tell what the customer is going to do after they pick up the vehicle. You can do everything that you need to,
Yeah.
but you don't know what the customer's going to do. Like back in the day, I had a customer, got their car coated. They were out of town, had their wife pick it up. Wife brought it home. Husband was out of town for 10 days. Wife thought, well, I'll just pull my car in the garage. I'll leave his car out because now it's coated. It's protected.
Mhm. It's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. I want the freedom of pulling my car in, opening all the doors, not having to squeeze two cars in. So that's what she did. Left his car parked outside next to the sprinklers. Sat there for 10 days, freshly coated, just got hit with the sprinklers for 10 days. He came back home
Bringing him in.
Looked great.
and he was like, oh my gosh, why is my car outside?
Oof.
So one of those things that you don't know. You can do everything you can, but it's always good to do that rule of thumb. When I did those, having that sacrificial layer helped to save or fix
inexpensive
damage cost.
insurance
Exactly.
versus expensive labor 4 days later.
Yep.
Always pays
Absolutely.
off having a sacrifice. in
Yeah,
life.
That's
and
right.
he clarified there about the 12 hours. So,
Yeah.
all right, we've got Dan Pfeiffer here doing what he does, saying "Word up from Minnesota, USA." How you doing?
Well, Dan,
How
it's
you
not
doing,
a
Dan?
it's not
We're
a
doing
Friday
good.
Eve without a shout out from
That's
Minnesota.
right. It's how we know.
Yep.
All right,
All right, we
Hans
got a
in the
little bit more.
Netherlands. Happy Friday Eve, people.
Look at the shirt.
This is really
Look at the
catching on. The
shirt.
whole
Yeah.
Friday Eve thing has really
It's
gone
weird.
viral.
Oh yeah, no.
The lady at Jackson's, the convenience store that I get
Oh,
my big drinks, said that to me last Thursday. She said,
said
Happy
Happy
Friday Eve, totally impromptu.
No
I
way.
don't know if she's a fan of the podcast or maybe
Wow.
that's an actual thing
Seems
people
like
say.
a good T-shirt idea.
So, I know. Happy Friday
right.
Eve.
So
They have to do
We
that.
have our buddy here, Kevin 53.
Kevin, or as I like to call him, Kevin.
Oh,
Hey guys, I just want to say that in August, I did my buddy CRV with 2 coats of C2V3. He washed it maybe 12 to 15 times since, has never topped it up, and last week he showed me that there was
the suspense.
some spots that are still hydrophobic. Impressive.
We're in
Whoa.
Quebec.
That is impressive.
No,
Well, and that's-
here's the true impressive piece of his statement.
Oh,
Straight ahead.
Oh, we're in Quebec, Canada, and never used a product that over-delivered on the durability. Good job with that one.
Yeah.
Very
There you
nice.
go.
Yeah, and that's the real thing is C2V3 is nothing to sleep on.
don't sneeze at it.
Yeah, don't sneeze at it or sleep on it.
That's
well, you
right.
can sneeze on it and it wipes right off.
It does,
You
yeah.
could
That's
sneeze
the
on
beauty
It's
it.
actually
of
kind of
C2V3.
some of the reason you want it there.
Yeah, more lubrication. Anyways, Delphine coming in
Ah, classic Delphine.
says, hi. First polishing try. I think that says first, right?
Yeah,
Just a different way to
Yeah,
spell it.
there was a little typo.
I got enthusiast and burnt through the paint of my alloy rims. A small
Oops.
spot looks now clearer, like plastic. Not terrible, but should I be worried when using HP water, high pressure water?
She got enthusiastic, so.
Well, Delphine does have a Range Rover Evoque. We do know that from previous episodes.
And as evidenced by the
Yeah,
avatar.
so through the paint of my alloy rim,
I burnt through. I first
and it looks
polishing
clear
try.
now like plastic. My
So-
guess is she hit the base primer coat, is what she's noticing under
Yeah,
there.
but
those
I'd be
wheels
more
are not
worried
like
about
powder
a
coated.
chip with
Yeah.
a pressure washer, not a burn.
Yeah,
Oh,
burn's
yeah.
not really going to be an issue, I don't
But
think.
even how long would that have taken to burn
Yeah, that's
through
some
that
serious-
wheel? That would
that's
have
powder
Delphine,
coating
you
been
must have been right in
sitting
that
on it.
spot for quite some time to get through that. I
Yeah.
mean, unless you were working with a pretty gnarly pad.
Unless
I-
you started with like
Yeah,
40 grit
what
sandpaper.
did you use,
poured onto
Delphine?
the-
Maybe there was a bad repair
Possibly.
beforehand.
Oh.
Could possibly be,
That's a
too.
good
And that,
point.
par-
Yeah.
that parking lot aerosol
Yeah.
can
So-
just...
Was the
Yeah,
vehicle
cool.
previously
Could've done that.
used? Because
Yeah.
then you might not know the
could have
history
been one
the
of those
wheels.
airbrush touch-ups,
Yeah.
that maybe a reason why it burnt through. But that's not very common. That's
No,
not
that
a
shouldn't
common thing at
usually
all.
happen on OEM
Yeah, like
wheels.
the Subaru project that we got going on, we just had the wheels refinished, and they
Yeah.
sandblasted them, powder coated them, and then clear powder coated them
And
on
they look
top
great.
of that.
Yeah.
So we know that is a very hard surface
Yeah.
that we probably wouldn't be able to polish through.
No,
So-
absolutely not. But that it is unfortunate though, because Delphine,
Yeah.
I know, had a lot of a lot of worries about getting into
Yeah.
polishing in general.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's an unfortunate situation to happen
Exactly.
as your first time, especially knocking out a wheel or something like that, because I could see how that would be a speed bump and make
Yeah.
you feel like maybe that isn't the right path. But I'll tell you right now that that's not a common thing.
No,
No, that's
it doesn't
much
feel
harder
like
to
probably
do
one of the
than
first
you
times
would
I've ever heard of
Delphine,
anybody
tell us
burning through.
what you did. Just what you used, what happened. Was it on a
And-
customer's car or your car? What?
And don't
on
feel
there?
bad about it. We've all
No.
burned things.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, nobody's immune.
If you're not
Yeah.
burning, you're not learning, as we like to say.
I don't think
Jason
they say
Kilmer.
that.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Really? Is it the
Yeah.
same thing as Rubbins Racing type of
Kinda like that,
situation?
yeah.
Okay.
If you're not burning,
Oh.
you're not learning. So-
Dino back at it again with another happy Friday
Very nice.
Eve.
What's
Wish
up,
you all
Dino?
an awesome Q&A. Thank you, Dino. Whoop, I skipped one there. Hold on. P. Welsh. Bam.
Love GTECHNIQ. Thanks, Eric, for being part of a great company
Oh,
from
look at
Patrick
that.
Welsh.
Very nice.
Thanks, Patrick.
Detailing by Patrick.
And we got Dino back again
Dino
here.
saying, so, CSU, or
Some emojis.
Crystal Serum Ultra. Gotta say, in my testing, it wiped the floor with other coatings. I did a 4-round testing with other coatings, and CSU was still there after all 4 other coatings were gone after the first round.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet, man. What did you do? Here we go. Here it is.
There you go.
Round 1, alkaline pre-wash with a 12 pH. then alkaline cleaner at a 14 pH, then acidic cleaner at a 1 pH, then iron remover, and then KCX Ulex, which is a tar and glue remover. So only thing they got the coating off was McGuire's Wash Plus, but with a lot of scrubbing.
I like that he did but with 2 T's.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's some different shocking of the surfaces to bounce from that far in the pH scale.
Yeah, no,
back.
that's
Back and
trauma
forth.
for
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
panels
that's
is what
that's
that
like
is.
a bad ex-girlfriend is what that is,
Yeah.
right? Taking you for a ride, and that's amazing. That
That
it
is.
got
It's like that
far.
scene in
Amazing. Held
Casino
up.
Royale with the swinging rope and the
Oh,
the
geez,
weight on
Dane,
it.
we
Yeah,
gotta
look out.
get past that.
But we do hear that quite a bit with Ultra,
Yeah.
which is
It holds up.
why it's Ultra.
Yeah. All right, Ricky Colon from Puerto Rico saying, happy Thursday, team. Ready for the live show.
Nice.
And then Bait Addict
Oh.
popping in to say, sup, G-Tech Baiters.
Oh,
Sup,
the
dude.
end of the show.
Then Bomb Detail saying, what's up to my fellow Grambassadors on the chat. How you
Excellent.
doing, brother? We're
And
Bait
then we got
Addict.
bait.
How often would I use citrus foam?
Well, how often do you wash your car?
And is it just your car? Or are you doing clients' cars? Like what? Well, I
Yeah.
know in Bates' case, it's his car he's talking
No, I mean
about.
it's probably my both favorite soap. Honestly, I mean we use it as much as we would use any other soap.
Yeah.
Simple
it's-
enough.
It's just gonna do a good job. It's not gonna go in there and take anything away.
No.
There you go. So you can use it every time.
Yeah.
Right.
Bomb Detail saying, what's up? We already said that one.
Nope.
So
And-
Harvey Barca saying Canada.
He just says
All
Canada.
right. Ricky
And we
saying
got
hello.
some there.
Then Bait Addict
Where's
also.
the guy that used to yell out product
I
names?
love that.
I
That was
love
my
that.
favorite.
It would just say, "Ugh." It would
Yeah.
be a name
Ultra
of a
Black
product,
Sponge.
but there would be no context. We wouldn't know what
Yeah,
he was talking
GTECHNIQ
about.
C2V3. Just out of
Smart
context.
fabric.
But I
Yeah.
liked it because he was excited about.
Who was that guy?
Everything.
Somebody drop his name in the comments. But
Let's see.
he
Very
basically just
enthusiastic.
plugged products for us. We didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it was all caps, just
pumping
shouting
everything
out.
He
up.
was his own hype
Yeah,
man.
it was super
I
awesome.
love that.
Those are the best hype men.
Yeah. I mean, you can carry yourself.
All right,
So,
Bait Addict
bait.
saying also, Eric is a stand-up guy. I
Well,
emailed
thanks.
him in the fall with an issue, and he literally called me to figure out what was wrong. I don't know what other company has that level of
Yeah, I
service.
don't know. Bait Addict. I don't know who else would ever do that. No
Yeah.
other company.
No,
Ever.
You guys are definitely
Definitely
not on
not
the phone
us.
You guys have never helped
a
them.
lot.
Never do
Bait
that.
Addict,
Like,
well,
all
he's
the
got a
time.
pseudo.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That he sends in when he sends emails, it comes in as Bait Addict.
Yeah.
He literally
He's
had to
very
create
So
an account
and
as Bait
yeah,
Addict.
he had to create a separate account, and his either girlfriend or future wife actually created an alias when she ordered for him, so that he could remain only as Bait Addict.
So
Because-
didn't Bait Addict trying to change his name once? What was it? What did he change it to? It was something
Yeah.
It was something.
He tried
else.
something
Yeah,
else,
We came
not
back.
related.
it was
and
like
called him Bait
something
Addict.
cooler than
Yeah.
Bait Addict, and we
But
said
we
no.
still called
you
him Bait
can't.
Addict for a
People
while.
don't
No,
forget,
sorry, you're
man.
locked in.
Yeah.
He's an Audi fan, so
Yeah.
we
Well-
made fun of it, called it bait instead of B8.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
B8
He's like,
addict.
guys, it's B8 addict. We're like, no, you're a baiter, man. You're a bait addict.
You know
So-
what? Speaking of people who are
But
enthusiastic about
He
things,
embraced it.
But
Yeah.
I just want him to. I appreciate that he appreciates that though.
absolutely,
Yeah.
no question.
And
All
Audis.
Team Albania.
Says
Albania!
Are we having like a Canada versus
we
Albania
got
thing going on
Canada,
here?
Team Albania.
Keep it going, man.
John Pepper
Let's
saying,
go.
what's up, guys? Everyone's doing well.
Hey.
Hope everyone's doing well. We are. Bait saying, been applying GTECHNIQ coatings for years. I love them. Eric, is CSL EXO based off of an SiO2? And CTV3, is it an SI14?
So, Bait, you're not going to appreciate this, but we don't talk about that. I personally think a lot of it is tied into the over marketing of products. And I have yet to find someone who's been able to sit me down and say that this is better because of this, and you need more of this to make it better. When we get to that level, then we'll start talking about that stuff.
There you go. It's a good answer.
Now I got Neil here. He wants to know what Hot Wheels car is
Which
that?
which one are you
there's
talking
a
about?
few. Let's go around the horn.
So
Anthony, what do you got
So
over there?
oh geez, my gosh, I'm rocking over here. Levi got me this. This is a custom 2001 Acura Integra GSR. I don't know if we can get a camera shot of that thing. This thing
It is beautiful.
It's a red Honda.
pretty,
That's why I got it
let me
for
find
you.
focus. Maybe put my hand.
It's a little out of
behind it.
focus, but it'll get there.
And now he's upset that I went and bought a red GSR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So apparently Eric told me he got a GSR red one. I didn't know that. That makes me kind of mad.
It's true.
Yeah.
And he
Well,
said he got it for a pretty
all
screaming
right.
deal.
Yeah.
So I told
But I
him
was
that when
at
he gets
the-
bored to give it to me.
Well, I was at Fred Meyer's last night, and I was wandering around, and I have a small collection of Hot Wheel cars in my desk,
Yeah.
and that's where the Maverick came from.
Yeah.
because
Who
I-
is
yeah, it's Son's. It's
Sun
Son's.
Kang's car?
Yeah, it's his car that he built for SEMA with a bunch of kids, and I saw it as a Hot Wheels. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to grab it, and added it to my work collection. And then, but yesterday while I was there, I was wandering through toy aisle with the kids. Started digging through the buckets. And
You never know what you're
what?
going to find.
I'm going to buy some cars for the boys.
You found some
Yeah.
quality.
So I
quality Hot
started
Wheels.
thinking, what do I want to find for each person? So for Seabass, he's got a collection.
Oh yes,
he's got quite a collection on his desk of Hot
I've
Wheels
seen
cars.
Yep,
It's
So
a
I got
parking
him.
structure.
It is.
it is.
I got him. He's got them all coded in terms of color spectrum. So it
He's a
goes
rainbow.
along
I did
very
not see
nice.
this. I'm going to have to go back now.
So I got him 60s Batman Batmobile.
Oh, pretty nice. Yeah, very tasteful.
Then for Jimmy, JDM enthusiast, I was kind of looking, trying to figure out what I wanted to get, and then there was a 300ZX at the police livery on it. I thought, perfect, that's a
There you
Jimmy
go.
kind of
Yep.
car. So got
black
that,
and
and then
white.
Dane has an acquired taste,
An eclectic taste.
an eclectic taste, and here's the deal, Dane.
I love that you
almost-
found this.
It was this, or there was a Volvo 850R wagon
Whoa.
that I was
Yeah.
looking at, and I was like, should I get him this or this?
As much as I love the
Quattro.
850R, you made the right
Yeah,
choice.
Quattro
Yeah.
Coupe
Yeah.
was
84
better detailed,
Sport Quattro.
better detailed,
Body lines,
and
box flares.
a little more box flare, just a neater looking.
It's got
so,
like the headlights painted
yeah,
and
that's
stuff. Like
so
it's-
that's why I
it's got
grabbed because
the
I was like,
details.
this is the kind of Hot Wheels Dane would get,
Yeah.
and so that's and then I got Anthony the red.
Oh yeah,
Integra
This
because
would
look
it's a red Honda.
perfect.
perfect
the
next to
fastest
my
of
all the
Subaru
options.
22B
Yeah.
on my desk. So put those two together.
Yeah.
Rally cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
just
Yeah.
kind of went, and then while I was looking, I wanted to get one for Gabe, one for Nick, and one for Tim, but I just couldn't.
No
You
luck,
couldn't
or
find an
did
early
you-
90s Toyota truck?
I mean,
He's already got
If it's
one.
a Toyota, he's set.
I was
think
looking
we
for
can
that. I'm trying to figure out.
Perhaps like maybe build a parking garage for Seabass's Hot Wheels collection.
I think they
just
sell
buy
them.
him the parking garage
Do they
toy
make
or
those?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can just
I used
mount
to
that
have
on
one
his
from like
desk.
an old playset from the 60s. My
do
dad
that.
had. We built
But
the
yeah,
parking
so
structure and
kind of
everything.
just doing that. So I'm still on the lookout. I got 3 more cars to buy for the team here. But that way, everyone's got cars. And then Anthony and I have a couple of the larger cars. Mine
Well,
are all
thanks for-
Chevy trucks.
Well, thanks to our friends at Jada Toys.
Yeah, and
yes.
so mine are Chevy trucks. Anthony has the series of Fast and Furious vehicles because we are good friends with the guys at Jada Toys. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to track down if anybody ever finds it. I need Suki's pink S2000.
That would be
Yep.
a good one.
I
That's
need
a
that
hard one to
one,
find.
and then I don't know
There's
what
a
else
couple new ones at the Lambos at Walmart right now.
Which Lambo?
The,
the
orange Lambo,
Fast 8 Lambo.
the $1 million
is it?
show car.
Oh wow! I didn't know they
It's
even
there. I
they made
almost
it.
bought it yesterday when I was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So saw that on my
Man.
lunch break or day before yesterday. So
Whoa, we
look
gotta
how
detail
dusty
this
and
one
dirty
out.
that is.
I was
Look
going to
at
say,
that.
you guys tuned into this expecting to find
Sorry.
a detailing podcast, and instead
that
you're
quick
getting
detailer over
model
there.
car
So,
talk. So
anyway, so there you go. So, Robert Nunez saying, "What up, my TRC family from Baldwin Park, California? Hope everyone's having an awesome day. Thanks, Robert. We appreciate it, man."
yes, sir.
And then David Cervantes saying, "Hey guys, happy Friday Eve. Accomplished a dream today. I became a certified firefighter. So,
Oh,
diving
wow.
in question for the cop.
Oh, we got to
What
go back
coating can
there.
you put on fresh paint?
Well, congratulations on your
Yeah.
first part-time job. And all of our coatings actually are gas permeable. So as long as the vehicle is booth cured, and we say air cured for 48 to 72 hours, you can go right to applying C1, CSL,
Nice.
XO,
Nice.
however you
Wow.
want. So pretty cool for the body shops out there. It's getting more popular now. Cars are showing up with some damage. And a year or two ago, it was this big thing. Like, how do I prep it? How do I do
Right,
this? How do I
yeah.
do that? So we've been able to take care of the body shop side of the world by letting them know that it is gas permeable, tried and true, proven. Just rock and roll.
Nice. That's a big deal.
Excellent.
All right, Ricky Cologne saying, for Eric, question around the performance of T1 versus T2. One's glossier than the other? Looking for good options for a couple cars I'm about to do next week. Which one or which will have the CSL EXO combo and C5 on the wheels?
So this is one of those personal preferences,
Gotcha.
right? So T1 traditional tire shine, T2 water-based tire shine. So it depends on who you are and what you're used to doing. I would say personally, you lay T1 on. I mean, it's you can get the glazed donut if you want.
Yeah.
You can also mute it down with a towel to get that nice, just nice new
matte.
look.
Yeah.
But T2 for the purist by far, you really have to lay T2 on a couple of coats to get that glazed donut. But if you want that new black tire, T2 for sure.
Yeah.
You're in
I'm a
there on the
I'm a
first
T2
pass.
kind of guy.
Yeah, I
You're
really,
right.
really
You're definitely
like
a T2 guy.
I am a T2 guy, not Terminator 2, but
Which was also good.
Tire
Hey,
2.
Cameron knew what he
Yeah.
was doing. We got Dennis Davis here, friend of
He
the
got
show.
his
friend of TRC.
R2R, but he wonders what he should do for a pre-soak, using the same product or something else. So use the same product, Dennis. Take 2 ounces of R2R, throw it in about 3 or 4 gallons of water, and throw your towels in that bucket
Yeah.
and let them soak.
Let him eat.
Yeah, let that R2R eat,
Yeah.
and it'll help break it down at least 24 hours, and then throw them in the wash. All right, Chris Durham. Is there a time when the clay towel is better than the clay bar? I've always been a clay bar, but thought about trying the towel. The towel
Covers a larger surface
Yeah,
area
it
and
lasts
less
longer.
effort. Yeah, lasts longer.
It changed some lives for
It
people
It
who
is.
finally
I've been
adopted
saying it for years.
It's less likely to mar. It's less likely to do any type of damage. It's just the clay towel is kind of the way to go. The clay bar makes more sense when you're doing some serious scrubbing
If
or
you're
you
dealing
need to
with
get
just
into
really
tighter
nasty
areas
Yeah,
that
a little
the
more
towel
detail.
itself could not get into. Yeah.
Like if you bought a 95 Acura Integra GSR Milano Red with black leather and it hasn't been washed in 10 years,
yeah.
clay
There you go.
bar.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
Yep.
be good. Yep.
But if you had a Milano Red EK that's washed a lot, different story.
A little clay
Yeah,
towel.
it's been like a
little
year.
off the top.
Yeah,
as I
you just let it do
Yeah.
the work. You
Yeah.
hired it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let it do
Why
the work
wouldn't you?
for you.
Yeah.
Oh, look
All
at this.
right.
Bait back in action.
Oh, regarding the citrus foam, that's for coated vehicle with CSL Exo Halo. I've always just used regular soap. Decon would be from the iron remover and clay bar, maybe some power clean too. Yeah, you
Okay.
could just use citrus foam.
No.
You'd be all right. And then not sure if there's any need for citrus foam on a coated vehicle. You'd still use it. It's a
Yeah.
great soap.
Yep.
Not going to hurt.
It's not going to hurt the coating.
Yeah.
All right, Richard Wakefield back. Hi, guys. Tuning in from my car on the way home.
Nice,
Well,
Richard. Good to
be safe
see you
driving
there,
out.
brother.
Do you think that's his real picture?
It is.
I
I'm
think
pretty
that
sure.
is.
He is a
actually his-
well-dressed individual.
Hey, very dapper. Yeah.
Dapper, great
Yeah.
word. Yep.
Good word. Good word.
That's a dapper
Harvard
YouTube clip.
student for you right there.
Yeah.
Decon Detail and saying good afternoon, TRC from Fort Hood, Texas. Hope everyone's having a great week. Thanks,
Thank you.
Decon.
We
Appreciate
are.
it, man. And then David Kern saying, hey, guys.
That's
Hey,
it.
David.
Hey.
Rob S. Hey, guys. CSL Exo combo applied 1 year ago. Can I apply a new layer of Exo without starting over with complete prep?
So this is one of those FAQs that we
Yeah.
just couldn't make its own FAQ this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know,
So
right?
the answer is absolutely. What you're going to want to do is wash it, dry it, right? Make sure it's decontaminated. If it's, again, W5,
Yeah.
W6, W4, or the concoction, if you will. If it is heavily contaminated, because it happens, right? The clay towel from just 2 questions ago is a great way. And then you're just going to make sure it's dry, panel wipe, and Exo.
Yeah.
I like that.
Rock and roll. Keep
Yeah.
it simple.
Nice. Very,
John
very
Pepper
nice.
saying after CSL, how strict is that 12-hour cure time? I'm
Ooh.
used to using gloss coat, topping with OptiSeal and sending the customer on their way. How quickly can I do the same with CSL without Exo? Use
So-
C2V3.
Yes, C2V3 and go.
Yeah.
It's as long as it's not going to see weather and it's not going to see chemical for the 7 days, you're
Yeah.
fine. Like the air is not going to hurt it. Everyone thinks if it's not in this controlled environment that something bad's going to happen.
Well, if they are concerned about the wet, the water, the rain, what do you do then?
Then you're going to keep it for the 12 hours.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
That's
There
it.
you go.
Simple.
Moving on, we got Karan.
Kieran Patel.
Kieran says, hey guys, how well does W5 work as a maintenance wheel cleaner? Also, does it foam well in the IK? So I will say that W5 does foam well in the IK. A little goes a long way. Pretty
Yeah.
much any one of those iron removers, that's
Yeah.
W5, right? We're talking about W5.
W6.
Yeah, or W6. What's W5?
W5 citrus all purpose, which
Oh,
does
citrus, sorry,
foams
citrus,
very
yeah.
well in the
So-
IK.
Works just fine.
Well, so same concept applies then. So W6 foams, don't put a whole lot in there because it will foam and it puts on quite the show. But the citrus CPC, you can probably go, I'm going to say 10-1 is pretty much where you would want to go on the IK foamer.
Yeah.
And for as a maintenance wheel cleaner, what do you say? 10-1, 20-1 for cleaning wheels? Or
10-1.
10-1.
10-1's good.
Okay.
And we have it in both. We have it in the IK foamer and the IK non-foamer.
Basically, so W5, you can get it because maybe explain this further for people. In the larger gallon or the
5 liter.
5 liter sizes, right? Is that a concentrate or is that a ready to use? Is out of the bottle a concentrate? Is it ready to use? Are they all ready to use?
Great question. It's all the same.
Okay.
And where we lose it in America is the term neat. So if you look in the bottle, it says can be used neat or diluted.
You mean kind of like a mixed drink?
Neat is straight.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it can be used straight, therefore it would be looked at as a ready-to-use product.
Drink terminology.
However, right, I'm a big fan of it going longer, so I'm always diluting.
Just like me, I like my Diet Pepsi neat.
Yes, straight.
Straight.
So then he cuts it with other kinds of Pepsi.
No,
which we're
just more
trying
Diet
to
Pepsi.
Zero
I thought
sugar.
you'd mix in a little diet, a little regular.
Oh, I do like to do that. I
See?
do like.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, sometimes I like a good mix. A little bit of diet, a little bit of
But
regular.
not like full kamikaze.
No.
I'm not a full
Just like a
kamikaze
little-
guy. Good. Just a little bit of 50-50 sometimes. Maybe a 75-25
Just
if I'm
get a
feeling
little
lucky.
extra something,
Now,
right?
Still
Kieran
flavor.
did follow up with a follow-up comment here saying, also, have you guys noticed BrakeBuster to wear down coatings on wheels since it's alkaline? The main reason for me wanting to switch to W5.
Well, so the thing about BrakeBuster is you can dilute it. And a lot of people don't.
Well, so when you dilute even BrakeBuster, so it's basically
It's not
the
going
thing-
to change the
It's
pH.
not going to change the pH, but it is going to lower the concentration of the cleaning powder.
Correct.
Is what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And
so even if
it's-
you're diluting at 50-50,
yeah.
that's way better, especially on a coated wheel. Because on a coated wheel, you never.
shouldn't need
and that's straight across the board. It doesn't matter if it's BrakeBuster. It's just a wheel cleaner in general. If you are using a wheel cleaner straight on a coated wheel, yes, that can happen.
You guys have to remember that coated wheels wasn't a thing until the last however many years, 5-10 years. That wasn't a thing. Coating your wheels with a ceramic coating, right? So before that, there was never this expectation that a wheel cleaner, would not essentially eat through a coating, right?
Yeah.
And so it's one of those. I think no matter what, there's going to be several things that are going to add to the ability to break through a coating on a wheel, which is going to be brush agitation, depending on what kind of brush you're using, chemicals, and then whatever it sees on the road from contaminants, aka dirt, grime, brake dust, things like that are going to wear those things away. So
Well, and then the constant cycling of temperature.
and the constant cycling, always.
So
Embedding that brake
when you're
dust
doing a wheel
more and more.
cleaner, it's best to dilute it always, especially on a coated wheel, because technically, if you're washing every week, that wheel's never getting dirty enough
No, it's not.
Where
to
you need
need
something that
to break that off. Yeah, I mean
It's-
O&R technically is all you need to wipe down a dirty wheel, clean a
especially
dirty
coated.
wheel. Yeah, especially a coated wheel. Like it's a lot of people need to just stop and think just pragmatically about this type of cleaning procedure. Everybody wants to, but back to our old discussion, everybody just wants to spray it on, spray it off, and have the wheel clean. They don't think about, well, if you do a little bit of light agitation or you take a towel and you wipe and you get all that stuff off, it'll come off just fine. So there we go. All right,
Oh, no.
the best
no.
Dane's stairwell bully.
Oh my God! When was this created?
This has got to be related
This is-
to Antonio's BDE supply
is
store. Whoever made
fantastic.
that account
I
definitely made this account.
Condone, and I love this.
positive.
I like the
now.
picture.
Stairwell.
Does
what
this
is
I
it?
ever
really
happen to
like
my
Young
stairwell
Dane
bully?
Hennen in that picture.
I was gonna say if Dane can get that hair back, that would be wonderful.
Ooh, that was a time ago.
What was
They
that, like
only
7
have
stairs up?
touchless.
Well, see, the problem was that bully took a flight down those stairs because
Stairwell. This name.
I sent him that way.
This name is
He
amazing.
didn't bully
good.
me after that.
They
So-
only have touchless car washes where I live, and I use them. I was thinking about my car, getting my car ceramic coated. Can I still continue to use the touchless car wash, or will it hurt the coating? Dane, you are a touchless car wash fanatic yourself.
man.
With that Aston Martin you have, right?
With that
Everybody
coated
gets confused, you know?
United Kingdom luxury car.
Yes.
Hand
that,
built.
Yes,
Ooh.
hand built. And
Aluminum monocoque.
Do you look
nine
forward more
yards.
to the triple foam action of the touchless wash,
See,
or
do you
like the hot
protect?
There's-
Or the
there's
foam
a
polish.
understanding
Foam polish is my
that when
favorite.
you go into a touchless car wash, because there's no agitation, there's no brushes and everything running against your car, they have to come up with some other way to remove all that crap on your car. So what do? They pump up basically the strength of the chemicals touching your car.
In
And,
theory.
that can
In
be,
theory.
in theory,
But
sometimes
that
they
costs
don't.
money.
yeah.
Yeah, and maybe they don't.
But what they do on a touchless wash is they do
It's a
play a
trade-off.
very unique
Yeah.
surface chemistry level of science where they have to lift that dirt, remove it, but also break that dirt free of that surface
Right.
using the right form of chemicals. Now, in
Yeah.
some cases, they use a very high alkaline, or they'll do a very
Because
low
all they can
acidic
do
pH.
is apply that chemical and then use a pressure jet of water and hope that it's going to remove the stuff.
Yeah.
But guaranteed, you're not going to pull as much stuff off as you would with the brush. But the trade-off with the brush is your car gets all marred up.
Yeah.
So
So to answer the question, because we recommend it,
Yeah.
just careful with the spray-on protection because eventually that will build up and will start making a little bit of a mess on the surface. So the best way is to be cheap for once. You paid the money for the ceramic coating. Do not pay for the upgrades in
Yeah,
the...
pay for the $7 wash, the bare minimum wash.
Especially with the undercarriage, if you're in the northern climates. It's always a
Yeah.
good thing to get.
Yeah.
all right. Then we
I
got
do love that
Shine
photo, though. It's
Obsessed-
classic.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah. Burning my
Shine
eyes.
obsessed. John Pepper for the quick turnaround clients. I like CSL, then top in an hour later with C2V3. There
Great
you go.
advice.
Nice, John. Dennis Davis saying, what is the ratio of pearl to water for a foam cannon?
That's
Dennis
an
Davis
Anthony.
just picked up a foam cannon and a gallon of pearl from us.
Oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's ready to start running that thing
to know.
straight, man.
So he picked up the foam cannon from the company that he bought the pressure washer from.
Yeah. So, Dennis, I would start with, because pearl is very liquidy, right? So
It's a low viscosity.
yeah. So
or
it's basically
high viscosity.
Yeah. So it's one of those things to where it'll feel like you might have too much, you might feel like you have too little, and so. What I do is I measure I think it's about 250 milliliters to about 750 milliliters. So I'm using 250 milliliters of soap to 500 milliliters of water. So I'm roughly doing a 2-to-1 basically.
And I think
is what
he
I'm
has
doing.
a 750 ml bottle.
Is it?
on-
Okay.
on his-
So then if he can fill up that soap to 250 and then fill up the rest of the 500.
So a third of the way.
Yeah, to cap it out. That's where I'd probably be. And then that would be a decent amount of foam.
Yeah.
That would have
Third
good
of
dwell
soap,
time.
Bunch of water.
And
the
call
rest
it
of
good. If you're looking to put on a show, man, then that's when you go 1-to-1.
50-50.
Yeah, you go 1-to-1 with water and pearl, and it'll
Yeah, you'll make your neighbors jealous.
Yeah,
You're
it'll
out there
put on a pretty
spraying.
good show. But then you're just dealing with a lot of cleanup, though, man. That pearl finds its way into places
My
that you might
kids-
not want it to be.
My kids thought that it had snowed when they
Yeah.
came out and saw the foam all over the driveway, and they're like, "How come it snowed only on the
You
driveway?"
start building this
They
this
tried to.
pH bounce
Yeah.
so man.
They
and
literally
it's
tried
falling
to.
apart.
Grab the sled and
Yeah, they were. There's a sled just
Well,
stuck
touch
in my
the farm.
yard.
How
anyway,
cold is that
so-
really?
He's like, "Let's
Come
go
on.
and taste the snow." No, don't put that around.
However, though, great on a slip and slide.
Yeah, it would be great on that. David Kern saying, "Hey guys, hope all is well. Happy to announce that I've become a distributor for the rag company in Ireland." David F.S. Valentine.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
Congratulations, David.
Congrats.
So I'm glad that worked out because we had talked about that. I don't know how many months ago that was that he was interested in doing that and he wanted to start carrying some stuff. And I told him I think that would be a good idea because he is currently getting our stuff, I believe, through one dealer. And I know that he wanted to kind of branch out
Yeah.
and see if he can start carrying things on his own. So,
Congrats, man.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Bomb Detail saying, "Have you guys tested APCs on tough interiors?" Yes, but most APCs are too strong, so you have to dilute them pretty significantly, 20 to 30 to 1 on in most cases for most of your APCs. That's why I like to focus more towards actual interior cleaners that are developed to actually clean interiors. So
You'd be very surprised
Something.
on what a little bit of tri-clean can't remove.
TriClean's
Neat.
Probably the
Triclean
best
neat.
thing.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you, TriClean did work on my old Montero.
Yeah, no,
I missed
tri-clean,
that.
there was mold
That
in
removed
that
that
thing.
removed mold from the center
Just
console.
let's just say that one time when we had a GTECHNIQ clinic here at the rag company, right? We had it over in the studio over there, the big
Yeah.
white room
Mhm.
studio.
With a rat
And
clinic.
it was all about doing EXO, or not EXO, it was all about doing Halo,
Halo.
right?
Yeah.
Talking about
Yeah.
Halo and how amazing it was. And then Sid, right? Sid from iWash Auto Detailing basically said, hey, I want to try out this Tri-Clean on interior. And Eric's like, yeah, sure, grab it. Grab a towel, whatever it is. She goes, just starts using it. And she goes, oh, my God. Oh my God! Everybody starts like walking, and the 2 people turned into 10 people, and the 10
Next
turned
thing
into
you know,
20.
all of them are cleaning this lady's
and then
interior of her
everybody's cleaning this
minivan.
interior with Tri-Clean. Like it's one bottle, they're all passing around. Obviously, this is pre-COVID.
Bear in
but
mind,
I mean,
this was a wrapped minivan. This was a Honda
I
Odyssey.
might say so.
A custom wrapped minivan.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because everybody, was there for the coating, right? And then it ended up falling in love with Tri-Clean.
Yeah.
And we didn't even carry it. So we said,
Yeah.
Eric, we don't know what to do.
It was a plant.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, it did
It
work.
worked. But I think what a lot of these gentlemen and ladies are touching on here is again, like back when, the old school, right? So those tough alkaline cleaners for the wheels, 15 years ago, just spray it and go.
Yep.
And then, when chemical companies wanted to sell their all-purpose cleaner, well, of course you can clean everything with it. Look at all this money we save, right?
Yeah.
But, as the OEMs change things and so on and so forth, those products haven't changed. So, you like the new Tesla stuff, I mean, it's pretty fragile, where a 2001 Suburban, now you could throw APC at that plastic all day.
Yep.
But new Tesla, I don't know.
Well, there's a lot more different surfaces, different coatings used on different surfaces. You got to be really careful about that. Back in the day when Eric and I run in our shops, if we got a dealership car came in and we had some APC and we wiped all the white lettering off, oh well.
Yep. It wasn't there when it showed up.
Yeah. The dealership say, you got that car from auction. We don't know what you're talking about. But you can't get away with that.
It's a true story.
You can't get away with that anymore.
I'm just in the
You
summertime.
did that. You did that yourself.
I literally took an APC, wiped the lettering. I was like, oh crap, there it goes.
But that's what it is. And we see a lot of guys that get into detailing. First thing they do is go to the dollar store and pick up some chemicals that are extremely
LA's
harsh.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're not coming, though.
they'll use some extremely high alkaline cleaners on interiors and then call us and go, I bleached out this guy's seat or I hurt this leather. How do I fix it? It's like, well, you're not on the right scale of pH to be cleaning a product. You shouldn't be using that product for that surface. And a lot of folks don't know that. And so that's why companies start making dedicated interior cleaners, dedicated products designed for leather. It's not the old days of making chemicals and going like, you can use that for this too. You can use that for this too. It's with as many different surfaces that are out there now, you really have to watch and you really have to make your education. And now there's tons of videos, tons of forums, tons of posts about what to use. Do your research.
Yeah, and think about what those old school companies creating these harsher chemicals, right? Think about what they're thinking over the course of however many years, right? It starts off as a major degreaser for all sorts of home, exterior, interior uses, right?
They're still
construction uses, right? Things like that, right? And they see this trend of everybody's using it to clean their grout, like we saw the grout cleaners in the 90s on those infomercials. Oh, it's a grout cleaner, right? Now it's a adhesive remover when Goo Gone was kind of coming into action. Now it's this. Interior detailing, right? Really started becoming really prevalent within the last few years, and people are really catching on to, how awesome detailing is. And they see one person, 2 people, 3 people with success where they've used this strong cleaner, strong degreaser on interior. And what are they thinking? It's an interior cleaner for your vehicle.
You guys, I don't think you may have. Did you ever get the door-to-door salesman that walked in with the bottle of cleaner?
Yeah.
That would spray it on his tongue.
Oh.
To show you how safe it is.
Oh, no.
But then spray it on the floor.
And it sizzles.
And it would sizzle and take out a spot.
Yeah, or under your rug.
Yeah.
When you'd have the brown area under your rug.
Before he did
but they would literally put it on there and check out how easy this cleans. You can dilute it 500 to 1.
Yeah.
And I'd go,
excuse me?
I go take my all-purpose cleaner straight.
Not on your tongue.
Not on my tongue. I'm not putting that on it, but I'm going to spray it on my floor and I'm going to do the exact same test. You go, sorry, man. I know what you're trying to do, but that is something that still happens. And there are a lot of people
Mine
that
didn't burn a hole through concrete. I don't know what to tell you.
No, I remember he was like, you can restore headlights with it. Walked out to a car and sprayed it. And I remember watching the headlight just dissolve.
You can open your
third
coating
like,
just
but it was the coating that was dissolving. And I was like, I already do that anyway when I'm prepping a car. If you spray too strong a degreaser on a car, that's or an APC, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things you got to watch out for. But it's just funny to see that that's still alive and well.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's plenty of those, man. And so
all right.
it's funny.
All right.
Neil White, received my IK foam sprayer yesterday. Can't wait to use it. Awesome, man. Congrats. Bait Addict says also, as Eric would say, let the product eat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let it eat.
Christopher Hobbs, will ceramic coating protect freshly powder coated calipers with a red tinted clear from UV exposure? It will definitely help provide some UV protection. But really, it just depends on how much, UV is actually hitting that spot.
Yeah.
And then how you're taking care of it, cleaning it.
Yeah,
True.
red calipers just love to fade. We got Aaron's here.
Aaron's So-Called Life. Does it make sense to do a full exterior detail on a car that is practically failing? The window plastic molding is peeling off while the clear coat is peeling off from the front hood and the bumper. So, Aaron, this is something very similar to the car I did last, 2 weeks ago that I detailed out of my garage. Customers were just trying to sell it. And every single panel had been dented and dinged and scratched and scuffed, and the paint wasn't that great. But they just wanted to shine it up, give it a little bit of gloss, make it a little prettier for cameras, so that when people came by, they could see it. And then, it's still kind of a beater, but it looks better. So, yes, if a customer wants you to work on the car and detail the car and it's in pretty poor shape, just look at it as a challenge of anything I do to this car is going to make it better.
Mm-hmm. And if they're paying, that's what they want.
Yeah, and as long as they understand, you're not going to replace the clear coat on it. You're not going to fix all this stuff on it. You're not going to be able to put new plastic molding on it. You are going to be able to clean the car.
Yeah.
Take some years away.
Yeah.
Just clean.
We got Brian Schwab coming in here with what's going on, guys? Hope all is well. My car is about 11 months old. I performed full correction as soon as I picked it up the car. Every inch of my car is coated with Gloss Technic CSL with XL.
Ooh, using the old name.
Gloss Technic. What do you think about that?
Brian must be a little bit of an OG because that was the company's name way back when.
Way back.
There you go.
Might sound like a knockoff version of GTECHNIQ, but it was in fact the same company.
We lost the loss.
All right.
Let's see. We got
Delphine
Delphine.
Just ordered over the top. I guess it's okay on gray trim too, as well as undamaged new trim. Correct. What if a small shower passes by before the 8 hours cure?
You're fine.
You're fine, Delphine. Yeah, and you're in a high enough humidity area anyway. You should be just fine there.
It's already wet.
Yeah, it's already
the air is wet.
Jamie the Cleaner says, "Let it eat." What is the ultimate GTECHNIQ mad scientist decon mix?
He's going to get me in trouble for this one.
Cannon.
But
Jamie's a madman. But
he supported the Easy Code video that you did so well.
Did he support us?
He did. I think it was a share.
Was he fighting for us in the comments? What was he?
No, he was all about it.
That's what our grandambassadors do, man.
Yeah.
Back us up. I like it.
Right.
It's
like an army.
It's like a little army of attack ravens that we're trying to train.
I saw about 7 of them in the tree across
Did you
the
feed
street.
them?
Oh.
No, but they're on that tree, so I need to make sure I get some peanuts.
I don't know. They watch. They just sit there
follow
and
you
watch.
home. Obviously, protect.
What
your
did I
family.
miss now?
I can't wait. It's going to be great.
He's a Viking, so.
No, not that. So ravens, very smart. It's one of the smartest animals on the planet. One thing that you
We're
can
gonna do
do
this right now.
is train a raven, right? So you can have a raven as a pet, train him to do stuff. They will follow you. So you can have them follow you to work. You can have them follow you to a picnic.
Back to your house?
Back to your house. All kinds of stuff. They'll keep an eye on you because if you feed them, they'll follow you and they'll do stuff for you because of that. My goal is to have a couple ravens that follow me to and from work from my house. And while I'm here at work, I can ask them to go get things in the other building.
Oh.
Like we needed the foam applicators today.
Right, exactly. Like today, we needed foam applicators. We needed a couple towels. My goal is to be able to put a shopping list on this bird and have him fly over into the other building and then have John help him out by giving this bird the appropriate towels and things. He can then fly back over here to the media
With a
center.
little basket?
With a basket or perhaps
it's
clutched
as
in
simple
his
as saying
talons.
just send the raven.
Exactly.
I mean,
And that's literally what our theory is that way. And I told John this, if I get a couple of them, not only will they be named, but I will be giving him a call and a heads up to make sure that the doors are open so that said raven's able to fly in to the packing team
Plenty of clearance.
and land on the table.
Safe passage as
provide the note get the items and bring them back.
Got
to
it.
It
It makes
definitely won't be
perfect
terrifying
sense.
the first
Now,
time it happens.
The other day, after I explained this idea that I had,
Yeah.
Anthony and Jimmy came walking in and they said, "Holy crap, there are 4 ravens in the parking lot right now." I ran out there, threw some food out there for them. They all were gone.
Yeah.
We have not seen them on this side of the building.
Yeah.
Today, as I walk out
There
to go
they
get
are.
the red puck, there they are, sitting right in the tree right across the street. And I was like, don't have
Where's
my
my
snacks.
food?
I was just
Yeah.
waiting for you to
So-
walk out. Guys, you lied. These are crows.
No, they
No, they're
will
ravens.
They
They
will
got
be
bigger
attack
beaks.
ravens, and
Yeah.
they will be able to do.
Yeah, and then if someone wants to
insane things.
hurt my kids,
Yeah.
ravens will be there to help protect them.
Attack
you
ravens.
come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
How do you even explain that? They got messed up in an alley by a bunch of ravens.
I know, right? It's
A bunch
crazy.
I
of
mean,
Raven
you
Gates.
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
So-
bait addict.
We didn't answer Jamie's question.
Whoa.
Oh, we didn't. Let
Which
it eat.
I mean, like I
They're
want,
mad scientists.
I kind
sorry.
of want to dodge
Right.
it because it's probably going to get me in trouble, right? But it's kind of like a one heavy part W4 and then half that part W5, W6.
Okay, there you go. Hope you got it.
But play with
nice.
it though, and let me know what you think.
All right, bait addict saying, Anthony, unrelated to detailing but prevalent to the UK cut. Do you have any knowledge you can share on L-carnitine and other fat burners?
Oh, man.
Effective supplement when used with proper diet and exercise.
Yeah, so L-carnitine is technically a stimulant-free fat burner, right? So it's
Does it work?
basically yeah, it does work. So the difference between L-carnitine is actually more focused on utilizing fat, right, and actually burning fat, whereas a CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, does a better time of shrinking fat cells, right? And so when it comes to taking the combination of CLA and L-carnitine, you're getting kind of the best of both worlds when it
So you're
comes to
shrinking
fat
the
burning.
fat and utilizing
using
the
it.
fat.
Well, it's how humans
well,
can become invisible.
Yes and no, right? And so there's arguments where some people say, oh, only L-carnitine works. Some people say only CLA works.
Could I pick up both
So
of these items at my local Kroger?
CLA was just good at kind of tightening you up, basically. It's one of
Okay.
those things where it kind of you feel a little bit tighter when you're on it. And also CLA does a very good job of retaining muscle rather than burning
Eating the
that,
muscle.
that
Yeah.
rather than eating muscle, right? So when you're losing weight, your body is basically losing a combination of fat and muscle, right? Ideally, you want to lose most of the fat, retain the muscle, but depending on how your body is and depending on how
Yeah.
your body utilizes, calories and your metabolism and all that, it might burn muscle. CLA kind of tries to prevent burning
Yeah.
of the muscle. L-carnitine is going to be a stimulant-free fat burner, which is great for people that are sensitive to caffeine. But I genuinely think, though, caffeine is one of the best anti-suppressant or appetite suppressants, as well as just generalized fat burners that kind of increases your metabolism. I'm not saying go take a bunch of energy drinks, but a popular thing that people would do back in the bodybuilding days would be to take the caffeine pills. Basically, it's a 200 milligram pill.
Yeah.
You could take it probably once a day. You take it once in the morning. And instead of like a cup of black coffee, right, you would take your caffeine pill. And what that does is it jumpstarts your metabolism for the day. It also keeps your appetite down. You still want to eat, right, but then you're eating in your intervals. You're eating however you like to eat. Or if you're on a keto diet or you're doing intermittent fasting, that 200 milligrams of caffeine can get you through to your intermittent fasting period, right? Let's just say if you're not eating from until 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., that will get you from that morning you wake up at 7 a.m. all the way to 12 p.m. with that one caffeine pill by suppressing
Drinking
that
maybe just
appetite.
water.
And drinking just water, right? Or something that doesn't contain calories. So I would say L-carnitine works. I have some. I'll take it every once in a while. I think CLA, I feel thinner on CLA.
So can I take these 2 items and then eat Ben & Jerry's? Would that negate the Ben & Jerry's?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh.
But I will say that there's certain things that are kind of BS. I think like the green coffee bean extract, that turned into a fad thing. It was more of just a fad dieting supplement. There wasn't a whole lot of proven science behind that kind of stuff. There was like a little bit, but it was less related to the green coffee bean and more related to the caffeine itself. So basically, it was just the caffeine they're talking about in terms of effectiveness, not necessarily the source of that caffeine.
Okay.
And so, but basically, caffeine anhydrous is going to be your best bet because it is a pure form of caf. I think that there's a company called Caged Muscle. My friend actually works for them. Caged Muscle. It has it's a pure calf supplement is what it is, and it's a fantastic supplement. I also think a lot of the things within the Caged line are pretty quality because this was basically what followed the Jim Stepani supplement line that came out, I think it was like 7 years ago. That was a big improvement in general supplements, but a giant bump in caffeine for most of the stimulus-based stuff. But Cage Muscle kind of came in after that.
I just love this on a detailing podcast.
Yeah.
You didn't know
and,
you were going to
and
get
it
this.
created a very, very healthy opportunity for a lot of...
This is bodybuilder Anthony
lot of
dropping
good-
some
good
bombs
stuff.
right
Oh,
here.
no, it's always in there. It's just now it's like, oh, let it out now.
Can we send the Ravens to GNC?
Right.
We could.
No, you don't want to go to GNC, man. GNC they will literally empty your pockets. I would never recommend going to a GNC because
How
their
about
markups...
like a Rite Aid?
No, their
Vitamin
markups... No,
Shop
not at
or-
all. So
Okay.
like GNC's markups like 20-30%, right? Basically like a Nutriball, right, which is a parent company of companies like of smaller companies like Cellucor, right? So Nutriball is an umbrella company of some of these smaller companies, but these smaller companies you can find in stores like Walmart, like Cellucor, not a bad complete line, to be honest, if you're going to your local Walmart. My advice would be that Amazon is going to be the way to
Okay.
go,
Get your supplements.
or go. I don't want to promote my old company, but there is other websites where you can find supplements for relatively cheap.
Awesome.
Websites.
All right,
Is
we're going to
other-
break.
I got him.
I hate you.
All
There
right,
it
got you
was.
with the Izhar again.
You
Okay,
did.
anyway, guys, it is time for a break. We will be back in about 3 minutes, so hang tight, and we'll get back with the questions after this.
Hey guys, Anthony with the Rad Company, and have you checked out our Instagram? Do you like that? You haven't. You have. I'm not really sure, but it is arguably the most entertaining Instagram page of all time. It's hilarious. There's tons of cool towel posts and detailing products, and I'm not really selling this, am I? Not really? Okay. Well, it's a really cool page where we post a ton of sale content as well as cool pictures of new products and new releases and kind of everything we do there. And we also host the Grand Ambassador program on there as well, which is our take on a sponsorship. Now, to learn more about the Grand Ambassador program, just check out the link down below in the description and it'll take you to one of the main pages that kind of talks about the program and what we do, but is ultimately our take on a sponsorship. And we've had plenty of Grand Ambassadors watching this show with you right now. So you can check out our Instagram in the links below. Make sure to check it out. Give us a follow. I think that you're really going to like it.
Hello, and welcome to a promo for our new series called Satisfying Saturdays. Now, what are Satisfying Saturdays? Well, I'll tell you. They're a little bit of audio, a little bit of video, put together in a satisfying combination while we do some sort of detailing on the side there, you could say. It's ASMR adjacent, so it's not going to be perfect ASMR, but it's mostly just going to be sounds of brushes and foam and water and detailing products. Just a very satisfying combination of all the things you love about detailing without any of the, noise that you don't want to have in there, right?
That didn't sound good.
Something you can just relax to, put on in the background. I don't care how you watch it, I just care that you watch it. So, that's really all there is to say about it. Check it out, I think you'll enjoy it.
Hey guys, Levi with the Rag Company. Have you ever wondered what it takes to turn a car from a 0 to a hero? Have you ever wondered, can you buy a car and fix it back up and then resell it for a lot more money? Well, if those are the questions you've been asking, have I got the show for you. That's right. We here at the Rag Company bought ourselves a project car, and over the course of the next year, we're going to be doing all kinds of cool stuff to it. We're going to be polishing it. We're going to be cleaning it. We're going to be putting new parts on it, fixing the wheels, fixing the interior, fixing the dings, fixing the dents, fixing the clear coat, all that stuff. We're even going to be cleaning the windows. Can you believe it? And we are going to be finding lots of fun parts to put on, kind of personalize it, and make it our own. That's right. It's TRC Rex. That's what we've been calling it, and it's a pretty rad little car. And we're hoping to turn it from a 0 into a hero.
Hello, and welcome back to Q&A Thursday here. We are at the second half of the show. We've got Eric Joseph from GTECHNIQ North America here with us answering your detailing questions. We got GTECHNIQ all over the place. But of course, we also have some Fast and the Furious bits and goodies here. You ought to watch the first half after this is over if you haven't, because there's some good stuff back in there. So, any rate, guys, where did we leave off? I've got a comment.
Steven Trends here. Dane, we are quite a ways behind.
Yes, we are. We need to power.
I'm going to power through and knock some of these out. Let's light this puppy up.
Afterburners.
That's right. Lighten this candle. All right. So Steven Trend saying, I have some high spots on my side mirrors, the actual mirror itself. Can I polish these without ruining the clarity of the mirror? I believe they are a plastic mirror as opposed to a glass one. Yes, you can. I would recommend picking up some Clarity Coat, or not Clarity Coat, but Clarity Cream from PNS. You can pick it up at the rag company. Put some on a towel and rub it on the mirror with your finger, and then wipe it off. That's it. That's the easiest way you could do it, especially on some of those plastic type mirrors. Okay. It's safe, it's easy, it's effective. All right, detailing dude asking, okay, so I think I made my question unclear. The APC would be used after the paint correction to apparently wash out the compound residue, and then afterwards treated with Guion Prep. Overkill or not? No. If you're a messy detailer, perfectly reasonable to do that, to get all the compound, get that surface nice. You can do that. So
underkill by not using GTECHNIQ panel wipe, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
panel wipe is the ultimate
use
overkill.
That.
Truth serum.
Bait Addict saying, Eric, EXO has had 4 iterations. Any reason why CSL hasn't been updated? No issues with it. Super awesome, but just curious.
Yep, I've asked the question myself. So EXO is coming out to the 5th variation, hopefully shortly, and CSL still reigns king with what it's doing.
Turns out it's just so good you didn't have to change it that much.
Yeah.
Ricky Cologne saying, on the topic of CSL EXO CTV3, would you recommend then using the CTV3 after finishing the 2 EXO coats, or leave to cure then a week after use CTV3?
Great question. So I always tell people, if it's going to see environment, use C2V3 to be safe. If it's not, though, really live with those 2 coats of Exos. Check it out. Wait until a couple of washes later. I mean, some people love C2V3, some people love Exo. So you got to pick which one you're a bigger fan of.
There you go.
Exo's pretty great.
Christopher Hobbs, we already answered your question. Richard Wakefield, they say Friday Eve on one of the local radio stations in Orlando now. Look how huge we're getting.
Yeah, clearly that was
Jackson's lady, and now some people in Orlando saying
I'm
that.
pretty sure.
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure we didn't start
Amazing.
It's possible.
K&M asking, hey, Eric, fellow blue IK Alky enthusiast here. What's the smallest amount of halo that you offer? I recently got my B and C pillars PPF'd and likely only need a minimum amount.
So 30 mils is the smallest bottle, which would be way too much for what you have going on there. With such a small piece of PPF, if you have any XO left over, any CSL, any C1, feel free to use it there. Yeah. If you want to buy the bottle of Halo, the 30 mil, you're going to probably end up using about 5 mils. Yeah. That bottle, once you crack it open, you got 6 months or so. So you'll find something to use it on, I'm sure.
Yeah. Start wrapping the rest of the car.
Good advice.
Yeah. Johnny Pedro saying, best day in the week, CSL EXO, which is the recommended curing time between laners? Thanks, guys. Actually, you can use it right after you get done using CSL. You can put EXO right on top. So no need to wait. Richard Wakefield, sometimes the paint is crazy thin and it just burns instantly, like the 944 mirror I posted on the Facebook group.
That was incredible.
That was very thin.
Very
thin.
Was crazy.
Aaron's asking GTECHNIQ W5 versus Optimum Power Clean.
Ooh,
that's a
Levi,
good one.
That's one for you, buddy.
So I'm going to say Power Clean is probably going to be your stronger of the two, but W5 is going to be your more versatile option. Because of
neat. It is the most versatile option.
Versatile option, neat. Yeah. Power Clean, neat, meaning
back
full
to that
strength.
Is a little too much.
I broke the rule.
Yeah,
I read ahead.
Bait Addict saying, has Dane burned through paint? No, he has not. RAF, good afternoon, guys. I have CSL EXO on my taco, and I enjoy it. Enjoy how much easier it is to wash. When applying PNS window coating, is there a time frame it has to stay indoors and let dry before parking the car outside? That I actually don't know. I think it's pretty much good to go once you put it on there. You shouldn't have any issues with it.
I didn't know the Royal Air Force supplied Tacomas.
Hans closing saying, tomorrow is the last day of demolition works at my building. After that, it will be a dusting off for days. They have to cut a few door-size holes in the stone walls. Yikes. That is a messy project. David Cervantes, any chance we could get a red or black FTW? I just really want a red twist loop drying towel. Man. David, you can go to Esoteric and see if they still have any of the red twist and shout Esoteric twist loops available. but we're not planning on coming out with anything soon. You could just get a black twistress, the charcoal twistress.
True.
We don't like making black towels because they have too much dye in them and they have a tendency to bleed a lot. So we find that a charcoal gray is kind of a good happy medium, so to speak. So, and that's just textiles, period. So
They feel better than a full black towel.
The
does.
life of Caleb. Hey, Eric, it's Caleb from Hands On Detailing. We met at the Supreme Auto Detailing store in Orlando, Florida, when we did the Aston Martin. I just wanted to say thank you for everything you've taught me.
Well, you're
Nice.
welcome, sir. Thanks for commenting.
Bob Detail saying, by the way, Smart Fabric is awesome for Uggs. If anyone is looking for household use, I used it on my wife's and she loves it. Awesome, dude.
Dane,
That's what a
do
lot
you
of
have
people
a pair
don't
of
realize.
Uggs?
Do you have mugs?
No.
You have a pair of mugs.
I have a pair of Crocs. I'm afraid to admit, but I do have a pair of
Dane,
Crocs.
Croc enthusiast.
Yeah.
They are.
If
They're
there's
the
one thing
most
people
comfortable
know
shoes
about
They're
ever.
me,
comfy. They are super grippy.
One
I
of
mean,
the, that is the
they're for the wash bay.
TRC seal of approval for detailing shoes.
So what I
Crocs.
don't like is when I'm
Ugly
when I'm
AF,
on
but
one knee in
functional, too.
Crocs, right, and my toe is mashing down in the bottom of that Croc. I don't like the way that feels.
Well,
but
you
other
just have
than-
weirdly shaped toes.
No, they're not. They're just normal people.
Mine
Man,
don't
you
feel
throw
like
those
that.
things into 4-wheel drive, they're not coming
Yeah,
off.
you're just
Oh,
enjoying
sport
life.
mode.
You're
Put
just
them in
enjoying
sport
life.
mode. I kick up that arrow on that back, kick
Yeah.
up the arrow, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Well, they got speed holes in them.
Well, mine's got the mud. I got the mud terrain ones.
You
So
do have the mud trains.
I can really
Yeah.
do
The
some
all-terrain.
crawling. Yeah, they do a little bit of crawling. Get them a little dirty. Feels all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
nice. So
true.
Shine Obsessed saying, quick tip, got top vent microwave, created some grease buildup on the new cabinets. Try clean, cut it like a hot knife through
Yes.
butter. Didn't affect the paint finish at all. Ordered her 2 bottles for the wifey. Nice. That's
Yep.
smart. Didn't even think about
Good.
that. Good
and
call.
antimicrobial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
antimicrobial. It's one of the neat things about the GTECHNIQ line. Christopher Hobbs, we already answered that question. He's posted it 3 times. Sorry, bud. And again, Delphine. Vigor. Eric, my man, what's your beautiful counterpart, Evan Morris? Where's your beautiful counterpart?
He's staying warm, Joe, in the great state of Georgia.
There you go.
We do have Jordan here, though.
Yeah, Jordan's here.
Yep, those guys are right out there.
Shelby Buck saying, recently I bought a used 2018 Inferno Tacoma.
Inferno.
Wow.
The paint is dull at 66,000 miles. I'm guessing it was never cared for. Will CSL restore the shine?
Yeah, for 2018.
Yes, Shelby, if it's corrected
Polished.
first.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's gotta
Yeah,
be
you
You
polished.
got to
Polished
do
put
the
it on
proper
there.
prep.
Yeah, polish it up, do all the decon, everything, like everyone has stated previous. Then, when the car's finished, after a nice paint correction, then coat it.
She
That'll
should
help out.
watch what Anthony did to his Ram. Because essentially you can
Well,
take the
that's
steps
a
that you
lot.
need. It's
That's a
overkill,
little-
but
it is
you can
overkill.
take the
I don't
steps
want-
that you need.
I don't want
do
to tell her
all
that
the
because she's
things.
like, well, I got
Oh.
the 3,000 grit Trizac, and I've been going
No.
to town.
No.
I'm
She's
saying
like-
she could,
she's
she
like,
could
don't.
skip to the part
No.
where you...
No, that's just a bad video for her. Don't tell
No.
her to watch that.
No,
Well,
Shelby,
just
just
say it,
you
you
need
see
to
Oh,
do the
decon,
prep,
light
decon
polish.
prep, light polish.
Lay down the CSL.
You'll be
and
fine.
Love it.
2018 Tacoma,
I'm
that
just
paint's
saying,
pretty good.
jockey
It's-
truck.
No,
Gotta
no,
fix.
it's not chalky.
Wet
just
sanding
dull.
that.
It's just lightly
New
oxidized.
paint.
Dane.
No.
Remember the question, has Dane burned
She's
paint?
like, well,
man.
Dane
Yeah.
told me to do this on
No.
the Q&A. No.
So,
I just try and plug our other videos. Okay,
Chris
guys?
McCallum saying the red Integra greater than a PS5.
Oh.
Levi is clearly the better friend there. Thank you,
Wow.
buddy. I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
I don't
Chris.
know, man. I'm still waiting on that PS5. It just
Keep
Shoemaker, is the
been a
Drive Me
while.
River designed for glass or is it cool for paint as well? Both. Have fun. Ian, what's the best way to remove yellow lane marker paint? It's on the inside of my wheels and on the paint.
Yeah.
Vaseline.
Yeah. A little bit of Vaseline.
Overnight, though.
Overnight.
It's not going to be quick.
Nope. Load it up. Vaseline.
Soften up.
Overnight.
Take a little plastic scraper.
scrapers.
Just come back through the plastic scraper.
Yep.
Yeah, just know it's going to be
That
a pain in the
reminds me
butt.
of another
then,
video we did.
when you wipe it all down, maybe throw down a little lacquer thinner. Wipe everything up.
Shock upon
just to
shock.
cleanse
to clean it up.
Sense of
Just to
magic.
clean it up.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Just to give it taste.
said
Get
it,
it in
guys.
the air.
He
You
said
just
it.
want it in the air.
Play the
All
lacquer
right,
thinner
Dino
drinking game at
Gravic.
home,
Can
folks.
Eric explain the lineup of glass protection? Oh, great question.
Don't drink lacquer.
What did I tell you?
Didn't mean it to come
Frequently
out that way.
asked questions.
Yeah,
And
FAQ
well,
right
so
there.
Dino, so we do have a video.
We're working on it right
Working
now.
on a video,
we literally
actually.
stopped the video to come in here and do this.
So, do you want to do a quick explanation? We'll have Dino look forward to the video.
Yeah. So G5, shorter term, easier to use. G1, longer term, slightly harder to use.
there you go.
And wait for the video.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Neil White. Is GTECHNIQ panel wipe similar to Guion Prep or CarPro Eraser? Yes, in terms of the fact that they're both paint preps.
Or
However,
liquids in bottles.
and they're
wipe,
liquids in bottles
the
with
truth
sprayers.
serum. It
But
is the truth serum.
Panel
That's
wipe
what it
is truth serum. Panel wipe is the king, granddaddy of all.
It'll
ruin a day
You
if
think
you're
you know
not
how to
careful.
polish, right?
Yeah.
It'll spritz a panel
Yeah.
wipe on there.
It's gonna keep you
It'll make-
honest.
It'll
so
yeah.
that's for
It'll
sure.
make you
Yeah.
modest. Is
Can
what
we
it'll do.
can we butt some mist real fast? Is
Yeah,
that cool?
let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when this question comes up on some of the forums, right, you get everyone's opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm an
And
IPA man.
oh, yeah.
myself.
you know the people
bit
who
of
know
water.
a lot are usually like, well, panel wipe it mars the surface. Well, no, a liquid cannot mar the surface. I don't care how hard you throw it
That's
at
the
the
towel
surface.
I use, the Eagle Edgeless that I use to wipe it down.
Right?
Yeah.
So then the other one is, oh, well, it must be swelling the surface.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks back, I don't know if you know, if you're familiar with Jason Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I've
great
heard of him.
Jason Rose.
So
Heard of
I
him.
was like, okay, how can we bust this myth? How can we say that the panel wipe will not swell the paint, right? And I'm like, Jason Rose.
Yeah.
So off we go. On a test hood, we use the Kelly Harris laser to make
Mhm.
sure we're in the same spot. We get two different measures, right? Which, by the way, measured different, right? Two very well-known brands. Very, you know, a couple of four tenths off, give or take, on the mills, right? And we measured and we you know, heated it up with a Rupes system, and we panel wiped and we measured, and it did not swell the paint. Now, solvents can. We had a carbon choke cleaner, which swelled the paint pretty on the measure pretty high. I think it was like 6/10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on 4 mils, that's
That's a
it's a
lot.
pretty good percentage. However, we then realized that it went back like that.
Yeah.
So we opened up another can of worms of, you know, if it does swell, does it actually matter? And the consensus of the 20 people there was that no. So really, it's just an ego. It's just an ego beat, is what it comes down to.
Well, and I think a lot of folks use a polish that they and maybe they didn't actually polish it out.
There's also polishing oils in a lot of these
There are a
polishes,
lot of polishing
right?
oils
And so
in
I
these.
think that people aren't realizing
They have to be there.
what these polishing oils can fill, you know, to the blind eye, right, or
Yeah.
to the whatever you want to call it. But I mean, when you go to wipe it and you still see marring happening, you know, it's one of those things where it's kind of hard to accept. But you'd be surprised on how many polishes have these oils that fill things that you would think it's money. You think
Yeah.
it's perfect. And then you go over that for that wipe, a panel wipe, and it turns out like, oh God, you know, I think I missed this, or it looks like I didn't even hit it at
I'm
all.
polishing like Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, then I don't know. I would say that it's like it definitely is a true serum. I personally use panel wipe at 1-to-1. I like
Yeah.
it 1-to-1.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the consensus.
Distilled water and panel wipe. That's what I like.
There you go. All right, Dead
All
Pedal. What would you say is the best DIY-friendly ceramic coating to apply yourself? Not necessarily the cheapest, but the best performing. Honestly, EXO
Okay.
is so easy to throw down on a car, so quick, so painless. But what's even more fun is CSL.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Is
to vote
actually for the longevity.
for. Yeah.
It's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But when you throw the EXO on top, the water behavior.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
just
that's
beautiful.
good stuff. All right, Richard.
That's
Here's
a
tell.
picture of me.
That
yeah.
was a real
It's
picture.
taken the day I had a job interview. Very nice.
Did he get the job?
I hope so.
Well, yeah, you should have. Look
Rob
at the
S.
picture.
saying, thank you, Christopher Hobbs. Would a ceramic coat be able to protect freshly? We already answered this question, Christopher Hobbs.
It's okay. He's
Fourth time. I'm proud of you
he
for
may
asking.
have missed it.
All right. Anyone snag
So
a Dixon
I'll give him a
Torrance?
product though.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is going to be weird.
Right down.
Because of the UV inhibitors, because he wants the UV blocking.
Yeah.
50 mil of GTECHNIQ Marine ceramic base.
Ooh.
Okay.
Cool.
If he, I mean, because he
Heavy
time
UV.
he's
Heavy
carrying
UV.
heavy UV. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. KM, anyone snag a Dixon Torrance? This is now my fourth flannel ever, and it's only been a month. Good job.
Did anybody
KM. Good
snag
job.
the
I didn't,
Dixon
no.
Torrance? I don't know anybody that did. Definitely
None
not
of us.
me.
Ouch.
None
I
of us
did
got
not
it.
buy that at all. Okay,
How many
so
did you buy?
I bought it. I bought it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I also bought the Shreddy.
Yeah, you did. You were waiting for the Shreddy. That's one.
Yeah, I've
that-
been waiting for that one along with Dylan. The
Yeah.
Torrance. The only reason why I bought that Torrance is because I guess I didn't know I had the rest of the collection.
Oh.
Big surprise when I buy every single one, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm broke.
Yeah.
And then this one came out, and I said, well, I have to have the collection.
Yeah,
so
right.
I bought it.
Well, I'm proud of you for getting
No
it.
regrets.
Carly actually said that's one that she actually thought was pretty cool.
Really?
I didn't buy it, though.
It might still be available.
So,
Who
you
knows?
never know.
I have a chance.
But K&M says also we like the stock. Okay. Amani8 had C1 professionally applied recently. It doesn't beat at all, just sheets. Is that normal? Should I apply EXO myself to get nice beating? What would I need to do? Car is clean as if freshly detailed.
No. So what you're seeing is completely normal. EXO was built. We did a video this morning about it to add that beating that people look for that some coatings like C1 just weren't built for.
Yeah.
So as long as you're clean and dry, a quick wipe, a panel wipe, go right to EXO and enjoy it.
There you go. And it's easy to install. All right.
Next
Ian
page.
saying at the top there, Dane,
Whoa.
we just missed him.
Oh, it must have just been added.
Yeah. Eric, my daily coated is a CSL EXO I wash once a week. Is there any reason not to use CTV3 during every wash? No.
No, and if you're going to use it every wash, you can dilute it with some distilled water, save a couple of bucks. It's just going to keep on stacking, and we want you to buy as much as you wish because that's great. But if you're going to use it every week, you may want to look to dilute it.
Yeah, there you go. Delphine saying, yesterday I waxed the car and took the wheels off. They look great after 1 year. On some spots, I ended up mixing APC, wheel cleaner, and tar remover. I don't believe a single product can do it all. Yeah, sounds fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Connor Cotton Game saying, we like the stock. Rocket, rocket, rocket. Delphine, on my plastic wheel wells. I'm sorry, I missed Casey Motorplast. Won't help rejuvenating the color after I drive again. Any other tip?
GTECHNIQ C4.
Yeah, you can see 4 under there if you
You'll
want.
love it.
Plastic coat those. Despacho saying, why should I use GTECHNIQ?
Eric.
Because it's a great line and we carry
Yeah.
it, man.
Despacho, you're a grand bastard. You literally have to use whatever we sell. It's part of the game.
Part of how we do this, man.
I'm kidding. It's not actually how it works. But I
my
can't believe you
gosh.
asked that question. It's very rude of you.
Wow.
And honestly,
Despacho.
Despacho, you would love it.
Despacho.
He would like it.
That is
Yeah.
fair to say.
Lloyd G, what's up, gents? Currently polished and sealed the Volkswagen Atlas with Uno Protect and Beadmaker. In about 3 months, I plan to ceramic coat it. What GTECHNIQ applications do you recommend? Decon the ever-living snot out of that car.
Yep.
Because you've got Uno Protect and Beadmaker, you have to remove that sealant before you do anything. You cannot coat over those sealants. The coatings will not last. So, strip, polish, not with Uno Protect. Use something like either Uno Pure or any of your other polishes to freshen that up, and then finish it off, coat it, do the stuff you want to do.
CSL EXO kit with the panel wipe, save
There
a
you
couple
go.
of bucks.
Perfect.
Yep. Now, Christopher, it was the same
Christopher
question.
Hobbs popped up another question again, the same question.
Same
Connor Cotton Game saying TRC and GME.
I will
The Man of
address this
Culture I
one.
see.
This is about GameStop stock. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, here we
those
go.
rockets were the whole
Again.
memeing to the moon, and
Oh,
hence all
I
the
got it.
other
Okay.
stuff. So,
Dane, who in their right mind around here would even buy stock in anything like that?
well, I have no idea who might have.
Okay.
done
Dane,
something
what?
like that.
So nobody in here bought that dang Doge stock, did they?
May have got a little Dogecoin too. Don't.
No one at all.
You know,
apparently,
that's weird.
Nothing
all
we
the
say
time
here
in.
can be
bought-
construed as financial advice. Take it.
So
all of
nobody
you
bought
not
stuff?
like that at
Nobody
all
bought the
whatsoever.
meme
Whatever
stock.
the disclaimer is.
All of them did. Everybody here except for me.
Oh, I guess I did.
Actually, I will say the
I'm
app
the only
I
one
used.
that didn't.
The app I used, I attempted to
it.
get some last night, and then it canceled my order this morning because
Yeah.
they were trying to protect themselves.
Yeah,
so,
'cause they're
naughty.
Yeah.
Okay,
David
so,
M
moving
saying,
along.
what's up, guys? In a garage doing a rinseless wash with my newly revived towels. No longer feel bad about using CarPro Elixir with them anymore. Good. That's the whole point of R2R. Philip Van Boeven on the GTECHNIQ. I just used an hybrid on a black 80s metal Tonka truck. Coated it in CSL. A birthday present for my niece. My wife used to play Barbies with it because the dolls fit in it. Nice. That's good.
That's
good way
pretty
to
sweet
trade it
though.
off,
And,
man.
it's on a black 80s. That's got to be pretty sweet.
Gabe would love that.
Are those metal? Right, those are metal.
Oh, yeah,
metal.
they're metal.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, fun fact on your question. How does Autofiber compare to the rag company? Mr. Everything Towel is 360 GSM, while the 365 is, 365. Jimbo Auto Detailing Podcast brought up the brand. Is 360 GSM good for all-around buffing and removing? Aaron, you can go back through our YouTube channel and see one of our actual
have a
podcasts
very good one.
with Jimbo and Ian
on the same podcast.
on the same podcast
Wait a
talking
minute.
towels.
with us.
So here's the deal. Autofiber is part of the company Microfiber Tech. Microfiber Tech and the Rag Company are two of the oldest and largest microfiber manufacturers in the United States. So we work together and have a great friendship discussing how we go about selling and marketing and teaching people how to use premium microfiber. Now, autofiber is just the smaller offshoot of the bigger parent company, Microfiber Tech, but it's designed to really focus on detailers in the same way the rag company kind of focused their line on detailing.
We found our niche there.
Yeah.
Originally,
So-
the rag company did a lot of other.
Have fun. If you want to pick up autofiber towels, you are more than welcome to. They are great products, great towels. The main difference is autofiber has a lot of 75-25 blend, where we carry a lot of 70-30 blended towels. Now, we both carry 80-20s, and autofiber does carry some 70-30 blended towels. So nothing wrong with them. They're great towels. Ian's a great friend of
we
ours.
can vouch
Jimbo's
for
a good
him,
friend of ours. So, yeah, have fun.
Hey, go
Enjoy.
check out that podcast. Seriously, it's a
Yeah,
great discussion.
yeah, do.
Happened back in like April.
Yep. So.
Okay.
Dino Gravick. So super chats are working for me. Anybody have the same problem? Very funny. That's great. Lars Pickard. Howdy, TRC crew and Eric. Best regards from Germany.
Hey.
Look what Eric's drinking, Lars.
Look
In
at
honor of you,
that.
sir.
Drank it.
A little bit of zero sugar Pepsi, which is Lars's favorite. Pepsi Max. what it
Pepsi
calls it.
Max, yeah.
Yep.
Kevin asking, I need to have a great weekend to all of you. I will catch you later. Fire, fire, fire.
All right, buddy. And we got Will?
Okay.
19?
Yeah.
19,
Delphine
what year?
saying, what are we at? Oh, thoughts on acidic wheel cleaners.
Yeah.
Will, 1955. Will,
55.
so
Keep them
acidic-
back in 1955, Will.
Acidic wheel cleaners have always been the rage. That's what's been out for a number of years. That is the kind of the go-to from back in the day. There was no other wheel cleaner. It was just an acidic wheel cleaner. Wheel acid is what they called it. Primarily because it worked so well on steel and chromium-plated wheels. Once aluminum became a viable wheel surface because they made magnesium wheels,
Yeah.
they made aluminum wheels. The problem was the surface coatings on aluminum and magnesium were much different than steel, and people didn't know how to handle it. So the wheel cleaners were all still a very highly acidic, low pH number wheel cleaner. So they burned
Bone
those finishes.
burners.
Yeah, it turned those things bright white,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
there's some
and,
horror
and-
stories
and it
out
burns
there.
bone, correct?
and it burns
the
bone
inside,
So
too.
do you have any experience with that?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Just
gotcha.
about
a bit.
23 years of
Yeah.
acid, breathing
Okay.
acid. Yeah, it's good stuff. I think it's mostly due to the amount of acid I touched when I was younger, working at a car wash,
In the tunnels.
in the tunnels, and
That
breathing
would rain
it in.
down
Then
acid.
they would
It
spray you
soak
for
you
fun.
with acid. I think a lot of my arthritis is due to that.
Yeah.
So
At the time, you're like, well, this is
It's,
getting wet. It's fun.
ouch.
it's fun. It's like, ooh, it's got a
It's a
lemon.
sprinkler.
It's got a
On a-
lemon
on a-
flavor.
This
You know,
one
it's
tastes
the
like
90s. It's
It's
a
hot
hot
out.
summer day
It's
in
hot.
Boise.
Get a nice
and you're just like the
breeze, little-
DQ's next
yeah.
door. We want to get a nice breeze.
It's a nice.
You know,
it feels
you got
refreshing.
some
It's
cute
like, is
girls
that a
coming
mister?
through on Jeeps
Yeah,
and
it is.
stuff.
It's
Well, that's what the
misting.
door-to-door sales guy
Yeah.
did to his tongue, except you're walking. Through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
except
you're walking
it's just
through.
on
We got to
you.
get to the front. Got to get that car
Yeah.
before it pops out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So, acidic wheel cleaners still have their place. I still have an acidic wheel cleaner at my garage at my house that I use.
Carefully.
I use it very carefully, and I try to tell people if you do not have training or you've not been trained on how to use an acidic wheel cleaner or any type of hydrofluoric acid, do not use it.
Yeah.
Stay away from it.
And make sure you neutralize it when you're done.
And make sure you neutralize it when you're done.
Now-
and wear gloves and a respirator.
Now, a programming note, in fairness to Christopher Hobbs, whose comment appeared many times and you were getting frustrated, and I understand. Turns out YouTube comments are doing a whole thing where they're
Oh, they're
freaking out a
jumping
little
around.
bit. So
He
there were
only
some
wrote it
duplicates
once.
that
He only
appeared.
asked it once. All right.
So, yeah, he may
Just
have
kind
only
of
asked it
confused
once.
because, I mean, Christopher,
Yeah.
it's looking like it's popping
We're like,
up every 5 comments.
Pretty sure we answered.
Yeah.
But,
So,
yeah.
all
You
right.
really answered it, though, in the
Delphine,
end.
I did. Yeah, you did a good job. Delphine saying, can you really clean a foam or microfiber applicator after using waxes? I use insulator waxes like Colonite 845, high temp finish care, and I seriously want to discard them after. So throw them away.
Yeah, I'll just throw them away.
If you don't want
Depends
to
on
use
how
them
much
again,
time you have to.
clean them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Gregory.
Gregory, how old should clear coat be on a new car before coating? Well, fun fact with the GTECHNIQ line, you can actually go straight over the top of it.
Yeah.
Gas burnable.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. What's the longest lasting tire dressing coating available?
Oof.
Subjective, my man. That is that also depends on how you wash the car.
How's the car living?
Where's the car live? How you care for it. Anthony, like you technically, I will say, probably take the best care of your own cars when you're washing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like, you care for your vehicles.
Nobody's
So when
a
you put a tire
better
dressing on,
maintenance
how
washer.
long would you say it lasts? How every time you wash, do you reapply a tire dressing?
No, I don't. Do
Okay.
that.
So when you're doing a tire dressing, what are you expecting out of it? 6 to 8 weeks?
So whenever I do, I mean, really, the key to any tire dressing is seriously, you got to scrub that tire. You got to get that thing bare.
Mhm.
I mean, from the start,
Yeah.
because once you create that bare tire, that tire that's easy to dress, it's really touch-ups from there on out, and you're never really having to remove the old dressing, because the old dressing kind of just removes itself, and you're just touching things up, right?
Yeah.
So I find that whenever I start off with like my deep clean on a tire, once every couple months, once every 3 months, I use something like like an all-purpose citrus cleaner. I'll use something like something with like caustic soda in it, right, or like brake buster or something like that. Straight on the tires, get my biggest, deepest scrub I can. McKee's makes a killer freaking tire cleaner, right?
Yep.
That stuff is strong as crap, and so give your tire a really good scrub. And then I'm just basically applying something as simple as if I'm using like T2, then I can use T2, right? If I'm using something like, I think that's what I have on the Ram right now currently. And then I have, actually I have like a gallon of Meguiar's 40 that I am still trying to blow through that I'll probably never get through, which is a cleaner and conditioner that you can use in a rubber. But there's so many different options out there. It's just finding what you want to roll with and applying it. But like I will say, like we did do, what's it called? We did the Optimum TPC.
Yeah.
That was like I can't remember what set of tires we did that on. We did it on multiples, and that lasted almost too long.
Yeah.
But it was a hard time touching it up, because when you go to touch it up, nothing would stick to it.
Yeah.
And
It worked or it didn't work at all. Like that
It was kind of a
legit.
one and done.
No, it's like a one and done. And so like we like it. I still think it's a good product, but the problem is that you'd apply it and then you'd say, okay, it's slowly starting to fade, right? I need to apply a little bit more of, let's just say, any type of dressing. That dressing won't stick. I
Right.
need to
Like
try
rejected
Optibond, right?
everything,
That
yeah.
Optibond won't stick. And then you say, well, what do I have to do? Technically,
new
you have to
tires.
wait till that TPC dies off completely,
kill it.
or
Yeah,
you
or
have
you
to kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no touching up, and I'm much happier doing a deep clean, an application, and then a touch up every probably 3 weeks, 4
That's
weeks.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks is a really good.
Yeah. We've always talked about like, oh man, it'd be good to have a 3 month or a 6 month tire drip, but it's
Nah.
honestly, it's not a
It's not
viable.
hard. It's also not hard to do. I mean, when
Yeah.
I'm touching something up, my tire's already
It's already pretty
dry,
clean.
right?
Yeah.
I've already cleaned everything off, and I'm literally spraying it onto an applicator or with my brush and spraying it into a brush. Big old ring,
Yeah.
knock it
Yeah.
down, move on with my
But the
life.
whole point is
there
the
you go.
most effective thing you can do is make sure you're not sticking whatever tire shine you're using onto the crap that's on your tire. You got to get past that. You got to clear it out.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you're just
and
gonna,
then
you're just gonna
have it
build
stick
up,
to the
and you're
tire.
creating more
Otherwise,
work
you're
for
complaining
yourself.
about longevity.
Yeah.
It never really stuck to the tire to begin with. It wasn't what it was sticking to. So
Yeah, and then at that point too, if that dressing is not sticking to the tire, right? That means it's not fully sticking, it's not fully adhering,
Yeah.
meaning tire sling is
Yeah.
what you're going to get. So
Yeah.
you're going to get that slung over the side of your car, which is another pain.
All right, David Cervantes saying, where do we get the dispenser top for over the top?
Oh, man.
Oh,
well,
that's a
so here's
story.
the deal, David.
That's a story.
Chris West
We didn't intend for that to.
brought only a few of those. We thought they were going to be spec'd with the bottle. They were not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of COVID restrictions, some of those tops are no longer available. So the number we had were a finite amount, and they are not spec'd or stocked with the bottle. However, in our photo, we had it because that's what we thought they were going to be coming with. We were never told they weren't. Then we figured it out. We're like, oh, no.
So we made sure to include a note
yeah.
on there
So,
that says as much.
here's the deal. Honestly, man, you can go to US Plastics, take a look for yourself. If you're
Amazon.
that into it, or Amazon, you can start looking. You can go to your grocery
It's
store.
not that good of a dispenser.
It's not a
George.
good
No,
dispenser.
like,
People just say they're
worth
like, I want the
finding.
thing I
It's
saw.
not worth
Like,
doing
I
the
get it.
homework for it,
Put
honestly.
it in, just put it in literally anything else.
Yeah, just
to
go to
dispense
the
it
store,
in.
go to
Yeah.
the grocery store, go to your travel section,
Literally
and grab one of the
flip top,
travel
yeah.
shampoo bottles with a pop
Shampoo,
top,
gel, whatever.
and pour it in there and use it in your. If you need an applicator,
Find the cake
use that one.
decorating section. Get one of those little
Like
funnels.
for example, like I think that lid, I can't remember what the thread pitch on it is, but like for example, on 4 ounces of Optimum No Rinse or 4 ounces of their
Yeah.
old body wash, whatever it is, it's a little black pop top, right?
Yeah, grab one of
that
those.
fits onto that thing. There's
Yeah.
so many different things that fit onto that bottle.
So many different ones. So, sorry, we apologize, but
Yeah.
all right, Weaver's Garage. Anyway, GTECHNIQ
Oh,
can
man.
get more apparel options for the States.
Ooh.
All that cool merch
Wow.
is international.
I don't.
What is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't want to be like aggressive here, but usually we hear the exact opposite. So I'm a little taken back here because we do drive the swag game for the world.
You do.
Kind of
So
do.
there's a good amount on the website now. Luck of the English, both of what we're wearing is from England, so they
Yeah.
do the outer garment game strong.
Yeah, they got some nice stuff.
Also,
But I
the
mean-
zipper's on the opposite side you expect it to
It's
be.
it's a little weird. But no, I mean our website, which is gtechnic.com, will direct you to usa.gtechnic.com. I mean the hats, the shirts, we
Yeah.
SPS 50 sunscreen shirts for both marine and auto. I mean, they're all there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
Got
you
good
want to
stuff.
see, just drop marketing and email. We'll make it happen.
There you go.
Awesome. All right, Grant.
Grant Hotry
Nice to see
saying,
you
hey
back.
guys, I'm selling force field parts off the USS Enterprise if anyone is interested. Thank you,
Excellent.
Grant.
Eric Joseph
Well,
at
he's just
gtechnic.com.
down there in Australia, right?
Well, we were engaged
selling
in the
those
warp
parts,
drive
Dane?
earlier, so we, yeah. No,
Australia?
we're not getting back into the Australian New Zealand game. We're not playing that game.
I really hope I get it.
pause.
As soon as I realize what you're
Oh, what I
doing.
said.
No, I didn't
No, we're
say
not
that.
doing
You're
that
like,
again.
No.
I just hope I get an email for buying some
Yeah, that'd be
parts
good.
off a warship.
That would be
That's
sweet.
pretty
All
cool.
my Southern
All
Hemisphere
right,
friends.
we've got
All right.
41 minutes still
Yeah.
behind,
We
guys.
are- how are we this behind?
We are really.
It happens
we got-
every time I'm here.
And
I
we got like
apologize.
25 minutes left of the show.
Chum bucket.
All right, Chum Bucket. Hello, TRC Squad and Eric. My question is, have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't finish the detail job? A fail, an accident, car condition was unique? No, I have not.
Never had a
Never
just
had
like
a reason to
roadblock.
not finish a detail.
You guys?
Oh no, I've MacGyvered some stuff. I've told
Yeah.
Levi about the times where I had to wash an entire car with detail spray.
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
I
Make up
figured
your
it
own
out,
detail
man.
spray to wash.
Actually, in
wash.
fairness, I think the most public example we have is when we did Adam LC's car the first time.
Yeah, 335. Yeah,
We had to like scrap together stuff from the show because none of our stuff showed up.
yeah.
So we just had to ask around.
So
Yeah.
it absolutely happens. It's
Yeah.
just it's how you handle it in the communication with the car owner or your customer or yourself. You know, don't hurt yourself. Just
Yeah.
get it done.
All right, we got to keep blowing.
Yes.
All right, OptiSeal and OCW to fail 4 weeks after application. Prep O&R, wash, clay towel, IPA, OptiSeal, then OCW.
Something's not right.
4 weeks doesn't seem right.
No, it doesn't seem right.
Might check.
Something went wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what. You did everything right, so
Yeah.
might just be a chemical issue. Dino Gravic saying, catch up tomorrow off to sleep. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dino, for watching. We appreciate it.
Thank
Chase
you.
Guan saying, hey, hope everyone's day is going well. Joining in from California. Thanks, Chase. Manatee saying, when would you guys use G-Wash versus citrus foam when doing a maintenance wash? I've seen quite a few people foam and G-Wash, so does that mean I would never need citrus wash? What scenarios would you use each?
It's all personal preference. Some people like cherry over the smell of citrus. Citrus wash is gonna it's gonna kill that film build that may be on the surface.
go. Yeah.
Where G wash is a tiny bit more gentle, but people just love red and cherry, so
There you
they
go.
foam it up.
Christopher
blame
Hobbs saying, hell's yeah, caffeine. I'm getting ready to fix a double latte right now. Thanks,
There we
Chris.
go.
Enjoy. Chase saying, so we on this channel can tell the difference between a $40 hack or a dealership wash detail compared to an actual detail. Do you think the general public can tell the difference? No.
No.
They are coming around more now,
Getting
though,
better.
They are. There are more educated
Yes.
consumers than there used to be.
because of podcasts like this one.
Yeah, exactly. Brian Schwab, hey guys, I ran out of typing space. Can I top CSL with XOV4 with Easy Coat or stay with C2V3 and use it to help renew the coating? So
yes.
yeah,
And-
you can. I've used XO or Easy Coat even on top of my Halo.
Yep. And I like always putting Easy Coat in your maintenance regimen because it gets in all the cracks and the crevices you'll never get
Yeah.
C2V3 into.
We're big fans of getting the cracks and crevices.
100%.
You
Huge
ball.
Me too.
Great again in those areas. Charlie Edmondson saying, Guan, honestly, most cannot. It's up to us to tell them and show them the difference.
Yep.
Grant saying, as Dan Aykroyd wants to say, stay off the juice, Anthony. Brian saying, also, I have Halo on my PPF. Will that be affected by Easy
Nope.
Coat?
Just
No.
enhanced.
Yep. Charlie saying, what is...
Oh, Chase.
Yeah, Chase saying it's on a 10-year-old vehicle. Yes. Carissa, taking
Hey.
a break from a motorcycle. Love the small detail brushes. Do you have anything smaller? I do use the tips, but they don't last long. We
She's
have the
talking about the
smaller than
minis.
these. Yeah,
Well,
smaller than
I think
this.
she's already has them.
The
We don't
mini
have anything
minis, like the
tinier
really-
I
than
think
that.
the minis. I think they're
If
showing
you've
the
got the
minis.
minis, that's
think-
the
yeah,
smallest
the smaller
we
than
have.
that
That's
is a
the
Q-tip.
smallest detail factory makes.
Yeah, it's Q-tip after that.
Yeah. Kirby Thompson, sorry late today. TRC crew and Eric feeding my new top load washer a few TRC microfiber towels and R2R for the first load.
Nice.
Checking for leaks and seeing this R2R do its magic, I hope. Awesome, Kirby.
As Eric
Have
said,
fun with
let
that,
it
man.
Let it eat.
Jamie the Cleaner saying, what Eric was referring to was I dropped my review of Easy Code. Pretty much the same TRC dropped of it as well. What a
Oh.
great product. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Hmm. Well, looks like I got to bump up a page. Let's go.
All right, Chase, in your opinion, what are some distinct details or accents in an older vehicle between 10 and 20 years old? Tell me about your eye for a $40 hack dealership wash versus a real
Ooh.
detail.
Streaks.
Streaks, tire dressing on the fenders, exteriors of the fenders, or dressing on the
Just missed
misted
pieces
dressing.
washed.
Yep.
Or literally just
Swipes.
rotary. I mean, like rotary holograms. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a guy out there that'll rotary a car for
Yeah.
40
Well, it's
bucks.
like what I said in my last detail. Cleaning the interior, washing it, doing a couple little things to help brighten it up that didn't take me long, wiping the car down with something simple as a quick detailer on just an interior detail really makes a huge level of difference between
Yeah.
a standard wash and some tire dressing would normally
Charlie
do.
here had a helpful suggestion.
There you go. Bad boy under the sun. Point out the scratches. Most effective and visual way to explain them. The quality difference. Correct. Delphine, when you clean the windshield, there will be like a white ghosting effect that disappears fast when the glass dries out. What kind of residue is that, and does it go away with polishing? On the outside or on the inside? If it's the outside, it could be the product that you're using.
Yep.
And
Just kind of gassing off.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay.
I usually try to use a couple towels. All right, Ian, I recently had PPF applied 2 weeks ago, and it's been cold here in Colorado. Does anyone know when it's safe to apply C2V3?
So we always say above 50 degrees, but again, with something like C2V3, you have a lot larger of wiggle room there. Midday in the sun, you'll be fine.
There you go.
Okay.
Karen, I noticed that some popular shampoos have salt in them. Should this be a concern in terms of causing rust to raw metals like suspension or brake components when foaming down our cars? Actually, Karen, that salt is to make it more sudsy and to make it more foamy. So
It's not going to sit there and eat.
no.
All right, now this one's for Anthony to talk about Grandambassadors for a second.
Any discount codes from Ernesto?
Absolutely, Ernesto. So head to the Rag Company Instagram. You can just pull up Instagram.com on a computer or on your phone and check out our recent Grandambassadors for Q1 of 2021.
All of them have a discount code
All
you
of them
can
have a
use.
discount code that you can use, which gives you, I think, 7 of them are technically have U.S. discount codes.
Yeah.
15% discount codes that you can
Or
find.
you can go to the store right now, and we've got a 20% off sale going on a couple
Ultra
items.
line.
Ultra line.
Yeah, so they're out there. You just got to find them.
Ridiculous. Rags to riches after soak. Do you think we should throw detergents in the wash as well after the soak? No. Also, distill white vinegar in the bleach pores with R2R for bad towels? No. No longer needed with R2R. Just the soap. David Cervantes, we're on the fun half. So, Eric, do you miss being a cop?
Uh-huh.
If so, what do you miss most?
Nothing in 2021, my friend. I don't know if you could pay me to go back, even though those guys do a great job. But it is a rough environment now these days.
There you go.
Scary. All right.
All right.
Mike Spina saying, Coca-Cola enthusiast here, just saying hello to the TRC gang. And Eric,
Mike.
hey, Mike, what's up?
Is that a DSM in the photo there, Anthony?
It is.
It is.
We were just chatting about such.
Yes, sir.
Neil saying he's in Georgia. It is not warm.
It's not 7, Neil.
Film Tour saying, or Robin Mull, hey guys, it's Robin from Holland. What's up,
Hello.
Robin? How are you, man?
I love our international
All right.
audience.
What do you guys think about a wireless car wash for results that don't have to be excellent?
Oh, he's
wireless
just saying, like,
washing's great.
knowing when to.
Yeah. I like a wireless wash. All right,
Yeah,
Christopher
big fan.
Hobbs. I used wheel armor, and while the protection was awesome, left a bit of rainbow oily layer over the black painted parts. What caused this? How do I have to prevent that in the future?
Christopher, you probably used a little too much and didn't level it out with your towel. So you're seeing probably what's known as a high spot.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man, I love this
Chase,
next one.
I
Chase.
understand women prefer men with a clean car, but I have never heard much feedback regarding dates picking them up in a properly detailed car.
This feels like
inside
an
them.
Anthony question
Not
if there ever
socially
was.
cognitive.
No, he went off. You can't give it to him.
There we go. So
can't.
I've always had my cars clean whenever I took a girl out. Also, smelling a pina colada.
Yeah, smell.
Now-
See, I was a
important.
peachy peach guy back in the day.
I still am a
peach.
peachy peach. I'm a peachy peach pina colada alternate
okay.
throughout the year.
I can see it.
So I
A
alternate
little
the two
vanilla
scents.
aroma once in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Just want that
So-
JDM squash, man.
So that's
I'm glad you said
that's
that.
what I do.
Just
So I
wait.
keep my cars clean. Now, I always tried to clean the girl's car that I'd go on a date with afterwards.
Good
Just
little
to
follow up.
Show them look at what this is all
You're,
about.
you're like
It's a-
demonstrating
it's a perk.
how productive and useful
It's
you
a
are.
perk. It's a perk.
it's a perk of
What
hanging
kind-
out with
what kind
me.
of perks do you guys got?
Oh, you thought this date was over? Here, come to the wash
No.
bay.
No.
So
It's
I
called a
think
French
it comes
benefit.
across both ways, right? Because that girl can now get the perception that your entire life is spotless, right?
Which is
it
not.
may or may not
No,
be,
mine's
right?
not. No.
And the other thing too is depending how much you talk about your car, she may think that
She has
okay,
to
so
compete
you're
with
just
the car
really
now.
into your car,
Right.
You're one of those kind of
Well,
guys,
yeah.
and she might like it, she might not like that, right? There's a lot of things that can happen. I think if you just have a clean car and don't talk about the clean car,
Right.
you'll get a compliment, accept the compliment, move on with the date.
It's
I
more
think if
intimidating
you
to
spend too
make
much
it a
time
thing.
addressing it,
Yes.
like if she's like, you have a clean car, and you're like, thanks,
Thanks.
I'm really into detailing.
I like
and she's
the
like,
detail you could
okay,
do.
like, what does that mean?
Well,
like, I really
automotive
like
detailing is
detailing
very similar
cars.
to other car
do you want to
cleaning,
watch?
like going
do you
to
want to
a
watch
car
my
wash.
friends at the rag
But
company
it's
on this Q&A
much
during
more
this date?
I'm good,
in-depth.
thanks.
It gets into the cracks and crevices a little better than your normal car washing
That's
capabilities.
the line
One
from
of
the line from What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah. So that's where you just gotta kind of watch how
Just
far
gotta be
down
careful.
the rabbit hole you go. Yeah.
It's probably safer just to rent a car at that point.
Yeah.
So Robin saying to add, I want to use no rinse from Optimal Polymer
There
Technologies.
you go.
That is a rinseless
Yeah.
wash. Have fun with it. We all are big fans of rinseless. All
It
right.
works.
Alex Erzak saying, apologize. This was covered already. What's the deal with G1 not being compatible with Bead Maker?
Yeah, so
Smears
it's-
and smudges impossible to get off without rewashing. Matt Mormon had the same results.
Yep. So it was brought to our attention from Mr. Mormon himself. And, my thoughts on it is you don't need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
G1 by itself doesn't need to be topped. So if it's breaking your routine like it was for Matt's,
Yeah.
no problem. Polish it off.
Yeah.
But it's from what I found, it is the longest lasting, best performing glass coating that we have, or that's
Yeah.
even out there. So
Yeah.
And glass coatings are hard.
yeah.
All right. We got Gregory here.
Gregory just saying O&R's fantastic. OPT Euro is based in Holland. Hengelo. Yep, that's
Yep.
right. That's the boys at TRC EU as well,
Our
which
buddies.
is Optimum Netherlands also. So, or Optimum EU. So,
Same comment twice.
Yeah,
There we go.
all right.
It's YouTube.
Richard Wakefield, in my experience, you have to be very careful with panel wipe. Panel wipe does not like some paints, especially or usually single stage, grabby and streaky. Doesn't like wiping off sometimes. So you just cut it with water.
True
And
serum
he is
doing its
yeah,
thing.
and he is right,
Yeah.
with something like single stage, but grabby and streaky, the product is not. So
Yeah.
what's happening is whatever polish you're finishing with, it's getting broken down by
Yeah.
panel wipe, and that is where your grabbiness and streakiness is coming from.
Yeah. Could be. Absolutely.
Christopher Baker saying, what is typically the easiest paint to work with?
Ooh, generalized
One-
question.
yeah.
Very generalized.
I got it. One you pay someone to do for you.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. All right.
That's probably not what he wanted.
Richard, but when does it play? When it does play nice, it really helps you learn how to finish. Correct.
Yep.
CJ Byrne, is there any plan to make a coating that has some filling abilities?
I've thought about that. I've talked to some people, and I think eventually we will see that.
Well, it kind of came out in the sense of OCC or OCR, Optimum
Saying
Clear Coat
Orange County Choppers?
OCCR, Optimum Clear Coat Restorer. That was legitimate clear coat
Yeah.
that you were leveling onto your surface.
Yeah.
You'd put two coats on.
For real, for real.
Did that on your old,
we did
your
a
old truck. is what we
lacquer
did
checked
that on.
hood.
We
went
did
and
that on
got
a Saturn,
junkyard
too.
lacquer checked hood, and then laid it on, sanded the hood down, buffed it out.
Yeah.
There's all the crow's feet. We just
Oh,
filled
it
that.
preserved everything, but you were able to make it smooth.
That-
so
and
the
that
Well, we
guy-
were
colors-
able to
was-
sand
it
it.
was
We were
rock
able to
hard.
sand it with
It was-
3000 grit, polish it out, and then coat it again.
We were able to sand that in like an hour.
The average
Yeah.
person wouldn't have
It
been
was
able to tell the
crazy.
It
difference.
was crazy,
But-
dangerous.
You had to know what
Super
you were doing.
dangerous.
though,
Super
for
dangerous.
Sure.
Well,
but-
because the
For
people would get
sure.
they would see the videos and they'd say, "Hi, I'd like to apply this to my entire car like they would a coating."
Right.
And we're like, "Yeah,
No.
it's like an emergency product."
Don't
And they're
do
like,
that.
"I'm just gonna give it a shot, right?" And then I heard of some instances where people took clear that was already good, right?
Yeah.
Like just need to be polished and
They just wanted to add more
and they
clear
just
to
wanted to
it.
add more
Yeah.
clear, and so they added it, and I'm just like, oh man, you're creating so much work that you don't realize,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a good product. It's just not for that
Yeah.
The learning curve is like,
Oh, well.
So, Charlie Edmondson, most effective form of pre-market analysis before moving to a location. Speaking of Eric from Chicago a few weeks ago, I know he'll mention LoopNet. What are some more other forms of pre-market analysis?
And for the record, Charlie has amazing questions for sub 20 years old.
That's pretty impressive.
These are good
It's
questions.
like a Jimmy that we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a
A
lot
video
of questions.
savant is what we call
If I could buy a
Jimmy.
house with 20 grand, what could I get?
Yeah.
Not anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, so yeah.
No,
buy
so
a
we
house,
showed-
like, how much does the house cost? Like 20 grand? Jimmy, that does
That
that
doesn't. That's not how
that
it
does not
is.
exist
That's
in
a-
this world.
Window. So, we showed Charlie LoopNet. When you go onto the commercial listings, a lot of the realtors will actually put the demographics of the area,
Correct.
Yeah, they give you some data.
so
to
on and
work
so
with.
forth. So that was my card that I gave him. What do you think? You're a numbers guy. Where could he get some information on a local market?
Usually, like for when we were looking at buildings around here, I was kind of on the hunt for stuff, and that's how I ended up finding this building for us. LoopNet was one of them, but I also looked for like local, lease companies, stuff like that maybe had the option. You have to find out what's local to your area,
Sure.
kind of the mortgage houses, all these different places. But there are options. You just want to make sure you look locally because you might find stuff that doesn't appear on the bigger, more national listing sites.
And a couple other spots, Charlie, the SBA, which
Yeah.
is federal, so they also have local individuals who do market analysis, and being down in Tennessee, because we got to know Charlie a little bit. Your Chamber of Commerce or your Rotary Club would be a great local entity to go and check out.
Yeah. Type the name and then commercial real estate and listings or some other keyword that'll help get it, and you should find a lot of stuff in your search results.
True.
Okay.
Christopher Hobbs apologizing for the multiple posts. I always
that's
listen to the
okay.
podcast. First time watching, thought you skipped it though. No problem,
No,
Chris.
no, we got you.
We just noticed it popped up many, many times, and we were like, what in the world? So, anyway. Dane lurks. WSB confirmed.
Wall Street bets.
All right.
I'm out it now. All right.
Christopher Hobbs, Levi, which Diet Pepsi do you prefer? Original or aspartame free? I like this one. I'm serious. Like
I like the sugar free.
I'm a big fan of this one. I'll drink that in a pinch, but I like the old school taste of Diet Pepsi. Aspartame.
Yeah, I like the old school taste. That's all you have to say. It's
that's what
not
it
Diet
is.
Pepsi.
It's Diet
I
Pepsi.
like the old school taste of aspartame, right?
keto
Essentially,
trained this
sweet and
one.
low is what you like.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I like the old school taste
But I
of
don't
sweet
like
and
sweet and low in like coffee or tea or any of that kind of stuff. I think the
Have you
taste
tried
weird.
adding it to sparkling water?
No. Sounds
Might get that
delightful
Pepsi flavor.
though. Oh.
Oh no.
The detailed
Crystal
shop
Pepsi.
saying,
Yeah, this guy.
do you guys have a date on that new Exo formula?
Ah.
Well, Detail Shop, if you were in the know, you would have got a sample like all day Anthony.
I don't know. Yeah,
And,
I don't know who that
We'll
is.
see you tomorrow in LA at
Yeah.
12:30.
Friend of mine.
Carissa saying, I bought the GTECHNIQ detail kit for a gift, but I kept it. I couldn't let it go.
Yeah, it
Thanks,
happens.
Carissa. Yeah, it's nice. Danny Israel, any tips to remove a mold smell from wet carpeted floor mats? I think cereal and water were left on the floor till it grew mold. All right,
Go for it.
get on it, buddy.
Yeah.
Here's what you're going to do. Enzyme cleaner. Soak them. Scrub them. Vacuum it out or shampoo it out. Then use a cleaner. Then use a peroxide on top of that.
Yeah.
And then crank that heat up. And if you have sunlight, use that as well. You got to dry that carpet out. You've got to dry those floor mats out. You've got to do everything you can. But heat. Go fill the tank of gas. Park that in your driveway. Turn that heat on. Seal that puppy up. Keep one window cracked. And just let it eat.
Yeah,
Yep,
well,
let the
the
heat-
other option is for Danny. You're gonna pull that entire carpet out. Is what
Don't
you're gonna
do
do,
that.
right?
You don't need to do
And
that.
once
Well,
you
he
pull
said
that entire,
floor mats,
listen
though.
to me.
Floor mats.
Just
Or
'cause
take
the
those
floor
floor
mats.
mats out, right? Take
Just
them out,
where they
right?
were.
And then what you're gonna do is on little holes in each floor mat, right? You're gonna hook a bungee cord to that. Strap that thing down to your motorcycle, his Triumph 675.
Because
that he's
you
trying
have
to
a
sell,
motorcycle.
right?
Yeah.
Go take that thing for a rip, man. Go drive that thing. Air those things out.
Take a
Drag 'em
wheelie,
on.
drag it
Just
on the
Strap
ground.
them on the motorcycle and ride
Strap
around.
them on the motorcycles
Good
right
idea.
around.
Yeah.
Wow.
Detail shop saying it's good for your lungs. It builds character.
Just talk about the tunnel washes.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Shine wash. Shine obsessed. Recently applied G1 to customer's glass. Didn't realize how low on G2 for the final residue wipe I used. 50-50 PW DI water. Seemed okay. So panel wipe and distilled water. Seemed okay. Figured it would be okay as G2 smells alcohol solvent based.
Good save, good save, good save.
Nice.
All right.
RAF. What is the shelf life of CSL XO after opening?
3 months on CSL. You could push 6 months on XO.
There you go.
Okay.
Chase Guan saying, scenario, your maintenance wash the vehicle 1 week later. It rains. Pollen spots everywhere. Tire dressing gone from driving. Waterless wash only. Rims, APC tires. Add more dressing. MLS mismatch or MLS match?
They
Mismatch?
just said mismatch, but capital I for some
Mismatch?
reason.
All right.
Do it again.
Yeah.
All right.
Wash it again, or if you can only use waterless wash, just waterless wash the whole car.
6 minutes.
We are back to page 1 now,
Nice.
folks.
We're catching up.
All right, we're catching
We
up.
can't do this if Levi burns. Turn and burn. Go.
There would be plenty of road film on the side of the car, though. That would be a
those
dirty
words.
car, bro. That's not even road film. Christopher Hobbs, is there any way to inhibit contamination buildup on the hatch of my GTI?
C0.
Yeah, coat it. All right, Ken Jeeper, airless sprayer for tire coatings. You can actually get a hold of Kevin Davis and check out his new rugged
Restore.
liner,
Rugged
rugged
Restore.
restore liner. He's selling the old OptiCoat airless gun
Oh,
that
those
you
are
can
good.
take and stick a bottle in and crank it up, and you can put a 1 liter bottle in there of tire dressing and
Just power it
Go
through.
to
spray.
town.
There you go. Delphine Bez, what's the shelf life of an open bottle of Over the Top? About a year, I think
I think
is what
he said a
Chris
year,
said. Yeah. Chase, I have a family's friend who only chooses to use WD-40 for his oxidized headlights. He thinks compound and polishing is unnecessary. How long does WD-40 last? Does it wash off with the rain? It doesn't last that long. It doesn't. So he does need to polish and
Yep.
compound and polish, but he does need to have it
Yeah.
coated. 'cause
Friends don't let
really
friends WD-40 their headlights.
Umberto,
Just saying
hi. Neil White, Umberto, Mike saying Umberto, Mike saying ciao, Umberto saying
Oh, yeah.
TRCT.
Oh, my
no.
goodness. It's
TRCT.
Everyone
Can you
loves
use
Alberto.
Speedmaker as a waterless wash? No, you cannot.
No.
Martin, smart fabric on Alcantara steering wheel.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Umberto, ciao, signora Spina,
Oh,
come
no,
stai?
man.
Han saying, where and how long were you a cop? But so GTECHNIQ has a
Can't
secret
answer
agent?
that. You got to
Sweet.
keep going.
Yep. 15 years in New York, Hans.
There you
Okay,
go.
we can't
David
answer that.
Cervantes
Let's keep
saying,
going.
Eric, do you intimidate people with your presence? You
Ooh.
seem very intimidating.
So, David, thank you for bringing that up. I only get it when I'm not wearing a hat.
There you
Oh.
go.
It's so weird. It's whenever I'm not wearing a hat.
You put on the hat, they know you're a
Couple
pro.
of YouTube videos, they're like, he seems really stern. And I'm like,
yeah.
You just got resting
He
dude
puts
Me?
the backward
Yeah.
hat on, and he's like, "You guys want to check out my R32?"
that's
Yeah.
it.
And
yeah.
you're like, "Oh, sweet, he's a carbro," and you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I
Actually, it
am.
is RBF, resting bro face. There
Yeah,
you go.
seriously.
All right. Karen saying, I swear you guys are the best. Where else do you do you guys get in-depth detailing questions answered live? Thanks for all your help. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Karen.
it.
Awesome.
Charlie Edmonton saying, hey, appreciate you, Eric.
You got it, Tennessee.
Richard Wakefield saying, OCCR kind of scares me, to be honest. I haven't experimented with it yet. Good luck if you want to. It's worth experimenting. David Cervantes, would there be any way to grab a case of B-grade towels? I don't want to buy a bunch of good ones for body shop use. David, we'll talk to you about that. Also, Eric, what do you daily drive? A Crown Vic? I mean, basically, it's Dane's Jag being all-wheel drive. Also, what's your favorite rag company towel?
Great.
Can't
so,
tell the difference.
so we got a couple, right? But
Yeah.
no, I'm like Anthony. I'm a '90s Honda guy. We messed with some Volkswagens.
He's also an old school mini trucker.
old school mini trucker. Got the '87 Mazda,
Oh.
right? And I believe it's the Creature.
You like the creature?
I'm the Creature guy.
Creature edgeless.
There you go.
Nice, very
Awesome.
good.
Jamie saying I'm also in a box of B-grade bangs.
Yeah, there we go.
We don't have any of those. Sorry, Jamie.
Dropped a few.
Yeah. Richard
Little
saying, what's the
dented
big benefit of C0 versus other coatings?
So C0 is our sleeper coating, Richard. It is going to stop a lot of these contaminants and other stuff from sticking to the surface. It was built for track spec cars to keep hot tire off and so on and so forth. So it does a great job of keeping the world off the surface.
There you go.
Because race car.
Yeah.
All right.
David Cervantes, I think Eric just needs to smile more. He has that cop look to
It doesn't
him.
happen, David. I try. I'm a happy guy, and I'm telling you,
He really is.
watch a video with the hat on. You're not going to think the same thing.
Yeah. David Cervantes says he'll email us. Thank you, David. RAF, I got a 5 liter of smart fabric, and there's some sand residue at the bottom. Is this normal? What would the shelf life
Ooh,
be?
sand would be weird. If it's AB, give it a really good shake because there is some stuff in there that could settle to the bottom.
Yeah.
But if it
There you
doesn't, if it doesn't shake and clear up, just drop us an email and we'll take care of it for you.
Yep. And David Cervantes agreed. Mike Spina, the car in my avatar in my Integra Boys, converted the front end to JDM.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Integra.
Yep, I see
Yep.
it now. The bumper threw me off with those skyline vents in there.
Yeah, that was a
Ricky
little
saying
different.
you guys talking about Integras makes me miss my 97 Gixxer.
Yeah, buddy.
Ricky
GTSR,
Cologne says you guys.
Two different things.
That's a bike.
That's a motorcycle.
Whoa, I need some C0. Do you have a video?
There's a
We
few
actually do
Come
with
on,
him
man.
in it
Yeah,
Wonderful.
did one.
on
Well, I
a very
think that's
expensive
it.
Ferris kitted.
Wow, we've done it.
FRS. Holy cow, guys!
Wow.
We made
2
it.
minutes.
All right, so let's go
1
ahead.
minute.
So
Give Eric his send off.
yes, Eric, please
Send me off.
plug away. What can you tell people? GTECHNIQ. How do they contact you? How do they find more info about GTECHNIQ products? Give us a scoop.
www.gtechniq.com.
Okay, so there you go. And I want to make sure people are aware, since we got everybody here, we have a Satisfying Saturday coming out this weekend. So stay tuned for that
satisfying.
one
Nice.
to drop on Saturday morning.
Very
of
nice.
course.
Very excited
And
about that.
with that said, guys, it's been a pleasure. We're really glad to have you here, Eric. We look
Always
forward
glad
to
to
having you here anytime. And everybody at home, thank you for watching. We will catch you on the next one. All right, guys, we'll see you.
There you go.
Yeah, I got blown up.